Batteries fully charged. Launch ready for AEW Spark in 3, 2, 1. All Elite Wrestling discussion is live. Cue host Noah Foster.
Can you imagine losing your fucking Can you imagine just walking into a club, right? So
Oh no.
so basically, you was all ready to see these big booty pictures, and then then you slip on an ice cube and just broke your whole quad.
Okay.
SpongeBob did that at the Salty Spittoon. He went into the Salty Spittoon and he slipped on an ice cube.
How did you? How did you?
Bro, it's crazy because I remember because I think it was one instance, right? That I was in the GTA strip club and I got thrown out of it.
Oh fuck!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a bad day.
Shit, bro. That shit was crazy.
GTA roleplay gets wild. I heard.
Nah, man, that wasn't role playing. I was really.
Fair.
Man, no, here's how I did it, right? So you drive your car into the beach, and the vibrations of your controller, and you have to put it on your, Anyways, color about.
What? That's how we're starting AEW Spark.
Yeah, that's how. You know what? I like that we started with a wild story. I mean, that's how we used to start Massasoit Wrestling Corner. So why not start Spark that way?
AEW Spark. We are here live in.
Well, are we live or pre-recorded?
We are here pre-recorded in the headquarters of the Discord, and
yes.
My name is Zero. Some people call me Mal. Some people call me Kano. Some people call me any other fucking names because I'm in the call scene and just being I'm trying to get spread like herpes all over the place.
Oh my gosh!
Holy shit!
All over the fucking place.
All over. I see.
I love it.
Yeah. So as you see, I am the fucking loose cannon in this whole entire server, and and I'm not alone. I'm here, the Birdman, because he has wings. I saw him fly like Flappy Bird. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I didn't hit it. I didn't hit any pipes or anything like that either. I didn't hit my, and it got all the way to 999 too. That's great.
It's 9,999. Thank you very much.
That's
okay.
Impressive. As for our producer, man, his name is James.
Hi.
He is the
I have autism. Technically, I'm retarded.
He is the most retarded nigga I've ever seen in my lifetime.
You're not wrong.
All right. All right, yeah. You boys have fun. I'm gonna play some Smash Bros.
Have fun.
Put your chest up, bro.
All right, but yeah, we made it to 31 weeks.
How?
We celebrated Dirty 30 last week with Blood and Guts, so this is the follow-up to that now. Originally, it was supposed to be you and Noah that were doing this today, but Noah had some last-minute stuff that he had to take care of. So
I was happy for him. Wait, no, he didn't yet. Anyways,
no.
Let's go.
But someday he will. Because I want him to get that one. I mean, I don't have one, but he deserves one. He's a very nice person. So
yeah, man, he's a really Christian man.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm back in the saddle this week. We're doing this late as hell because I didn't realize I was gonna have to do Spoke this week, so I had to watch all the shows last minute because I'm a procrastinator. That's what I do. I do everything the last minute. So
did you forget we supposed to? Okay, man.
I didn't forget. I just didn't think I was gonna have to do the thing, so I thought, okay, I can just skip a week, but I'm here. I'm happy it's this week I'm covering though, because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about this week that deserves to be talked about, and we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna start obviously with Dynamite because that's always the first show that is. which took place on July 26,
Boom,
2023. We had
Dynamite.
yeah. Um we had Excalibur, Taz, and Tony Schiavone on commentary for it. And it kicked off first with a Darby Allin video package where he talked about AR Fox and what he's meant to him in his life and his professional wrestling career. You know, he talked about kind of the story of how he knows AR Fox, where he talked about how, you know, when Darby Allin started in the business, he was just living on the streets. He was sleeping in garages and all that type of stuff. And AR Fox took him in and he just let him live at his house for free, and he helped him, you know, learn the business, work on his craft, and he felt like he owed something to AR Fox, and that's why he gave him this international title match tonight, and he wants him to do him proud, which we'll talk about that later. That doesn't happen. But yeah, before I break down, you know, AR Fox's big opportunity, what did you think of Darby Allin's video package and, you know, uh, everything that he said about AR Fox and hearing about how good of a dude AR Fox was to Darby Allin all that time ago?
It was cute. I nearly fell asleep, but but yeah, it was a nice video package. Just putting him over as a nice guy and all that stuff. What they did not bring up is his resume, because it's like, yes, he's a really good a wrestler, and he's a really nice guy, but that still didn't do him justice, because you had to know how he is in his resume, because this man is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And let me do justice in bring up his resume. He wrestled for CZ CZW, because that's what he's known for, because he was a absolute menace. He also wrestled for Dragon Gate USA, which is the Dragon Gate promotion. Well, it's Dragon Gate's USA branch that was going on during the 2000s, and during the what was it called, WN something. It's basically like a whole it's basically what Evolve was. So yeah, and he wrestled for other promotions. He's also known for his stint in Lucha Underground as Dante Fox.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he won a few championships. He was the CZW Junior Heavyweight champion. He was the Wire TV champion. He he won. Nah, he won that. Okay, for Dragon Gate, he won the United Gate Championship, which is, I guess, the tag team titles. He was a Evolve champion, tag champion, and tournament winner. So yeah, and there's other shit he did, but yeah. So yes, he was a nice guy, but he was also a really good wrestler, and yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, he's been, you know, he's been working on his craft. He's no rookie. He's definitely a veteran. So
Yeah.
this was probably the biggest opportunity that he's ever had, though, wrestling in the opener of Dynamite, which is obviously one of the best places to be on Dynamite. And he was wrestling for the International Championship, which is a very high regarded title for AEW. Um, it was we'll talk about that match. It was Orange Cassidy defended his championship against AR Fox. This was Orange Cassidy's, I believe he had 26 title defenses. This was officially his 27th title defense. The most, I think, in company history of any title in AEW, which is just really impressive. And to think about it, he's only held the belt, I mean, since September. Like, I know that's a long title reign, but we've seen people before hold a title longer, and they haven't had this many title defenses. So that's really impressive. They show footage from ROH Death Before Dishonor. I'll just gonna mention it because we didn't cover it. AR Fox beat Shane Taylor in a match, which kind of hyped him up here, and Orange Cassidy got involved in the main event. He laid out Pac with the orange punch, and he inadvertently laid out Claudio Castagnoli with the orange punch, and there was a big brawl that took place between Death Triangle, Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, and members of the Blackpool Combat Club, and that's going to tie in here, so that's why I'm mentioning it. But the match starts off. Orange Cassidy, AO Fox goes for a handshake, and Orange Cassidy, he kind of gives him like the dead fish handshake, where he just kind of barely puts his hand out and all that type of stuff. You can just tell it's kind of like he's a dead fish type of handshake. I believe there's a term for it, but that's the term I can think of. And they start chain grappling a little bit. AR Fox takes the first, moments of the match. He gets Orange Cassidy in a head well, not a head scissors, but in a scissor lock across his ribs. And Orange Cassidy has to put his hand in his pocket just to get out of it, which is pretty funny. Orange Cassidy starts taking the fight to AR Fox. He clotheslines him out of the ring. He hits a really good drop kick onto the outside onto him. And AR Fox then starts to take it. He hits a front face suplex, dropping him ribs first across the ropes. He throws him back first into the barricade. He hits a Death Valley driver onto him. This match goes absolutely insane. One point, Orange Cassidy hits the beach break, but AR Fox kicks out of it. AR Fox was just hitting crazy moves on Orange Cassidy during the ad break. He had like 3 net breakers onto him in a row, and Orange Cassidy kicked out of all of that. He hits a really good brain buster onto him, but Orange Cassidy kicks out of that. AR Fox hits a superplex off the ropes, followed by a frog splash, but Orange Cassidy kicks out of that. And then he hits a Death Valley driver. Orange Cassidy rolls out of the ring, and AR Fox hits a splash while he's on the apron. It was actually not even a splash. It was a senton, and he hits his tailbone onto the apron and just completely hurts himself. He hits a rolling senton onto the floor. Orange Cassidy hits the Stun Dog Millionaire, and Noah says it every week, but we got to keep saying it. People have to stop suplexing Orange Cassidy because it doesn't go well for you, for the most part. Orange Cassidy does like a version of a splash. It's like the lazy Orange Cassidy splash, but it's kicked out of.
Time.
Huh?
It's the greatest splash of all time.
I think it is, yeah. And then he hits the orange punch, but AR Fox kicks out of that. And then finally, Orange Cassidy hits the mousetrap onto AR Fox, and he's unable to kick out. And Orange Cassidy just barely hangs on to the belt. He retains his championship here. Again, I like the storyline they're telling with Orange Cassidy, where he always just barely fights out. He's all injured and everything like that, and he's just barely holding on to the championship. And afterwards, Orange Cassidy shows respect. He puts his sunglasses onto AR Fox, and they shake hands. But behind the Orange Cassidy's back, AR Fox takes the sunglasses off. He breaks the sunglasses, and he hits a blow to the back of the head of Orange Cassidy. And yeah, he snapped, but he kind of comes back into reality. He doesn't believe what he did. He's in disbelief. He's like, I don't know. He realizes he went too far. And Darby Allin comes out, and he's just tearing AR Fox a new one, talking about how he went to bat for him. He's making him look bad. He says that there wasn't need to do that. You need to understand that he would just happen to be the better man. AR Fox was apologizing, and they kind of go to the back. And after this, Jon Moxley hits a high knee out of nowhere onto Orange Cassidy, and he lays him out with a paradigm shift, and he holds up the international championship and puts it onto the ground. So there's that. Your thoughts on this match? Do you think Orange Cassidy has finally met his match with Jon Moxley?
Yes.
And about how do you think AR Fox did in his first performance? I would ask you what his mindset was, but obviously we're going to find out more about that later. But your thoughts on all this stuff.
When I saw him attack Orange after the match, I was like, yep, that's Dante right there. That's Dante. Or but that's gonna play a bigger role because what happens later on. And let's just say it was a Lucha Underground reunion. But this was a good match. I know like Orange is going to win the match, like regardless, because plot armor, and he's just the Orange Chief. So yeah, but the fact John Moxley came out and just randomly high knees him, just Harley Race knees him, and then Death Rider. But I think this is the end of the road for their OC, because if you looked at the past match, this makes 28th. This is his 28th defense so far. Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, 27 if you count. If you don't want to count when he first won the title, but this might be the end of the road for him. He had a good run. He had a good life. He's about to die, and I hope the best friends wrote a really beautiful uh eulogy for him, because he's going up against Mox, and if you know Mox, he went from unhinged to Dean Ambrose to downright just loose. So this is going to be a really, really interesting opponent for Cassidy, because looking back at his past defenses, he beat the likes of Pac, Rouge, Trent Beretta, Jay
Yep.
Lethal, Jake Hager, Big Bill. What a fucking loser that man is.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, The Butcher, Buddy Matthews. He even beat Gabriel Kidd at a New Japan Collision and Philly show. He beat Daniel Garcia. He beat 20 Poor Souls in a battle royal. He even beat Swerve. He beat Lance Archer. Compare all those opponents to John Moxley. What do you get? Nothing. He beat in mid carders and upper mid carders, but he never beat him. But he never faced a guy like John Moxley or Kenny Omega or a fucking higher main eventers, which is fine, because you don't want to have, like, you don't want to turn his title to the TNT title.
Right.
But like, other than that, it's like I'm pretty excited. Mox probably going to win. If he doesn't win, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. I
But
feel like if Mox doesn't win it, I feel like at this point you just have Orange Cassidy vacate the title, because I don't know who else could take the title from him.
that might
But
look the title look. If that happens, that would kind of make the title look bad, because it's like I beat everybody, so fuck this shit. Just like, what the
yeah.
fuck? That's a big
Um.
mistake for.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Now the question I have for you is, obviously this match will happen in one of the two pay per views, being All In and All Out. What pay per view would you have it happen in? I'd have it happen in All In. That's a big pay per view right there, and I think that's a big pay per view for Orange Cassidy to drop the title at. But what do you
Uh,
think? What?
he might drop it at Dynamite. Because, like, okay, here's the reason why. Because there's a huge track record with this belt. Because I'm on Cage Match right now,
Yo,
looking at this shit. This man defended the belt on pay per views one, two, three times on pay
okay,
per views. One of them is not. One of them is a New Japan pay per view. He only defended the belt. Battle belts don't count. That's just a bullshit show. But Double or Nothing and Forbidden Door. Those are the only two pay per views he ever defended on, which I get because on like 4, 5 pay per views. But if it might happen at All In, probably, but I kind of want them to do it in All, because All Out needs some hype too.
yeah,
Because from what we about to, I kind of want to talk about this after we cover Collision, all that shit, because this is bothering me a lot. Because it's like I'm getting, I don't know what they're gonna do with All Out. They're hyping up All In a lot, but not All Out. I think they forgot that there's a pay per view the week after that. They completely forgot about All Out. Oh shit! What?
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. I'll let you take that. I do question though, because we talked about this. It does seem strange that they're not going to go back to the Orange Cassidy Lance Ultra match because there's unfinished business there
There
with.
is unfinished business. I was like,
Yeah, like because Orange Cassidy beat him by count out. He didn't even beat him straight up, and it just seems like they're going to go away from that. I mean, I get it because John Moxley and Orange Cassidy will be a Bano and stuff, but it just seems like you don't want to leave a storyline like that unfinished. It just seems very unlike AEW to do something like that. So I don't know why they're not going back to that. So, but yeah, that's everything kind of right there. Then it shows footage from Blood and Guts, just kind of shows previous stuff that happened last week. Just kind of putting a final bow on that. Then Chris Jericho and Don Callis get interviewed, and Don Callis says that it's looking more positive, pretty much, that Chris Jericho might be joining the Don Callis family, and he really wants to show their friendship, and he proposes a tag match, Chris Jericho and Konosuke Takeshita versus Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara, and he wants this to happen on the 200th episode of AEW Dynamite. Don Callis says he wants this to happen because Chris Jericho has gone on record to say that he thinks Konosuke Takeshita is a future talent. He's a future mainstay of AEW, and he talks about Chris Jericho always wanted to have Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara spread their own wings and fly, and this is an opportunity for them to do so. Chris Jericho at first isn't really feeling this. Like at first, when he hears that he's going to team up with Konosuke Takeshita, he's kind of into that, but he doesn't really know how he feels about having to face his own guys at his own stable. But eventually, he agrees. He says he'll do it. He was kind of manipulated a little bit here by Don Callis, and then Don Callis presents a gift to Chris Jericho, and it's this big portrait that I think he said I don't think he said he painted himself, but he had painted. I think he paid for it, and it's that faction that we talked about that they paid homage to back in 1995 and all that type of stuff with himself, Jericho, and that other guy whose name I forgot. Again, Noah's not here, so he can't remind us what the name is.
I'll have to look it up then.
Yeah, I think you tried last week, but you couldn't find it anywhere. But I have to say though, this guy looks like Miro. I thought this was Miro on the freaking thing. Like he was like, like I thought that guy was Miro. Honestly, he looks like Miro. I don't know why, but
1995, right?
yeah, that's what they said. So
I think it was him and Lance Storm.
no, it would have been maybe Lance Storm was in it, but the leader of the group was like a big guy in the Indies and all that type of stuff. He's passed since then, obviously. I think it's Badass something. I forget what it's not Badass Billy Gunn, but Badass something. But yeah, the way this portrait was laid out was the guy that was the leader was like the big person of the portrait, and Jericho and Callis were kind of like standing next to each other and all that type of stuff. And it was like the old
Don Callis was also a wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
So I think that was Don Callis. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, Jericho is happy about this gift. He says that he likes it, but he says that he can't just carry this around all day. It's going to be a hassle for him. And Don Callis says that he has the perfect place to hang this, and we come back to this later. So then we get a video package from Hook. It shows him leaving. He has the FCW title, and then it kind of slowly disappears. And then he gets on the train, and it looks like he's going to be going away for a little while. And then we have a backstage segment with Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta. And Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta are given a warning about the fact that to anyone who crosses the Blackpool Combat Club, he throws this warning to Pac, talking about how, the beating that he gave to Pac at Death Before Dishonor is nothing. That's only the beginning. They have much more to go. John Moxley walks in and says, he says at Orange Cassidy's starting to get too comfortable. He said that he made a stupid decision by getting involved in Blackpool Combat Club business, and he said that they're gonna take care of business tonight and end everybody tonight. And yeah, that was it. What did you think of all these segments here? The footage of the Blood and Guts, the interview with Jericho and Callis, the Hook video package, and the Blackpool Combat Club segment.
The more they do this, the more I think Jericho's not going to join the faction.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the writing on the wall. But if he does, I'm not mad. But it's just like, it's kind of just like, I kind of know what they're trying to do, but at the same time, it's just, it probably won't pull the trigger on it. But if they do, then hey, it's cool. And as for the other, what was the other promo? Was Hook?
Yeah, the video package where he's like where he's at the subway and stuff.
I think he about to just dip for a while. Just go find himself, comes back, maybe wears a singlet. I'm gonna lose my mind, or something else about to happen. But I'm pretty sure Hook is just gonna train more so he could just like be an absolute menace. Because we already know Hook is a menace, ring, but he doesn't have that experience yet to actually be an absolute threat. Because he haven't faced a main eventer guy or a veteran. He just faced jobbers and goofballs and goddamn catering. So yeah. And as for the Blackpool Combat Club, part of me feels like John is kind of sick of this shit. He's done. Like, if you notice, I think this happened this week, but he kind of left the Blackpool hanging a bit.
Yeah.
That's something. But I strongly think that the Blackpool Combat Club, it probably won't split, but with John, he got sights on Cassidy, so that's cool. But it's just feeling, now it just feels kind of empty. Like they're done with the elite. They kind of can a standstill with Death Triangle. Can the Pest Friends, kind of weird, but I don't know what's going on. Like this,
Yeah. It's also kind of questionable that they were there this week, the Blackpool Combat Club, but no elite, no mention of them really, because they're the ones that won last week. But yet it was the Blackpool Combat Club who were the focus of this show, pretty much.
yeah.
So that is fairly questionable.
Yeah, where the fuck is the elite at, anyways?
Yeah. But that was strange. I don't know what's going on there. I will say it was strange that the Blackpool Combat Club weren't really taped up or anything like that. It didn't seem like they were really selling many injuries from Blood and Guts. You could say that's just that mentality and all that type of stuff. But they didn't seem like they were all that phased from Blood and Guts last week. And I always hate it in wrestling when someone comes back from a match like that and they're not taped up and they don't really sell that effects and anything like that. It's always strange. But continuing, we have an interview done by Tony Schiavone with Jack Perry. This is in the ring. Jack Perry comes out and he has the FTW championship, and he's not really holding it like he really wants the championship. He's kind of dragging it around. He's kind of holding it fairly disrespectfully. And Jack Perry is mocking Hook and the title by wearing orange and black. He has his T-shirt that says that I beat Hook, and everyone's booing him. He gets on the mic and he talks about how upset that he is. Um, that no one's kind of giving him his props and all that type of stuff. He talks about how he beat Hook. Tony Schiavone's agreeing with him, but he's upset with the fans that they're mad at him because they're not acknowledging the fact that he's the first and only man to pin Hook. Um, he talks about how he finally reached into that dark side that everybody has wanted him to get into, which I kind of laughed at because you've been saying that for since I've at least come on board doing Spoke. So I think that's kind of funny that he said that. I know he wasn't taking a shot specifically at you. I just always think it's funny when
It would have
we
been
say
hilarious if he was. I'd be like, yeah, man, you're finally reaching to that dark side, but you're still a bit
yeah.
fuck you.
But he talks about how disgusted that he is. He said that he always wanted to win a world championship, but he's disgusted that it's the FTW championship because it's not even recognized by the company or any company.
Okay. Sorry for cutting you off, but this is fucking stupid. So this man literally said he is disgusted that he won this title, but yet this man wants to fight for the title.
Yeah.
Eh?
It's weird. Yeah, I thought he was going to drop the belt. I thought what I was leading to was he was going to pull a Shane Douglas from ECW and just drop the championship on the ground, but that doesn't happen here.
He doesn't even have the balls to even do that. He's still a bitch.
Yeah.
Like if he had the balls to do that, he should have done a Naito and just every week just throw the belt on, just slam it on the damn ground, slam it on the stairs, just basically destroy the belt.
Yeah.
But he wants to win the belt. Now he doesn't want the belt. What?
Yeah. I don't know what's
weird.
going on there.
So weird.
That he puts down ECW. He talks about how it was full of people who couldn't wrestle. It was a third-rate wrestling company. All this stuff, and he goes off on Taz. Taz is pissed. But it's not Taz that cuts him off. It's Jerry Lynn. And Jerry Lynn cuts his passionate promo talking about how ECW opened the doors for people like like Jungle Boy. Actually, he actually calls him Jungle Boy, and this pisses Jack Perry off because he doesn't want to be referred to that anymore. And he basically challenges Jack Perry to a fight, and Jack Perry says that he's gonna fight on his own time. He doesn't want to have to lay him out and embarrass him right now, and he backs off. Very questionable here. I liked the segment though. I liked Jerry Lynn here, and I liked Jack Perry's delivery here. The only thing I didn't like is basically what you just talked about. Obviously, was where Jack Perry talked about how he didn't want the FTW championship. I don't know what they're setting up with this face to face because I don't think Jerry Lynn can obviously wrestle. I imagine Jack Perry will lay him out or something, and then maybe someone will come to his aid, and it will be a future challenger for that FTW championship. I'm not sure who that could be. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, fairly enjoyable segment here. What did you think of this? Did you expect Jerry Lynn to come out here? And how do you feel about who do you think could come out and save Jerry Lynn, or what do you think is going to come of this face to face segment they're going to have tonight since it's coming out Wednesday?
Of all people to fucking come out, they had Jerry Lynn.
Yeah. He doesn't sound like you like this. You're not very happy with this.
Because it's like, yes, he's a producer in AEW and all, but you couldn't just have Taz just throw his microphone and just walked up with his small ass, just toughen up with his no neck, looking like Tomohiro Ishii at times. But you could have had him just come out and be like, "What's the fuck?" Just be like pressing him up a bit. But
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn, this old fuck, just came out, be like, yo, man, I'm gonna fight you. How dare you disrespect ECW? You know what? It could have been a lot better because I think they still have contact to him. If Jerry Lynn, trashes ECW and then Tommy Dreamer comes out of nowhere, be like, what you say, man?
Yeah.
Just have the man just press him up a bit. But this was a this was an okay heel promo. Jack Perry makes absolutely no sense. So I kind of tune him out a bit during the promo because I don't want to hear him because I don't want to hear him no more.
Yeah.
Because I was like, bro, you wanted the belt, but yeah, you don't want the belt. What is it? Just because why not? Here's a here's a bright idea. Okay, this is a bright idea. Why not go for another belt? Or this just crossed my mind. If he because this seems like he was desperate to win a belt. So why not make his own belt? But it's gonna cost money anyways, but I don't care.
I
But
mean, it's not like he doesn't have the money. He's the son of a former
yeah,
um actor and all that type of stuff. I say former actor, obviously, because he's not around anymore. So
rest in peace. But anyway, son, I'm stopping. but like this was an okay segment. Jared Lynn came out. I was like, bro, what the fuck you doing here? Get your ass back. Get your ass back in Gorilla. Fuck off. But but I'm curious what they're about to do. Is it really gonna be like a fight or Jared Lynn's gonna bring out some other guy? If it is some other guy, be it better not be the following. I completely forgot the roster for a quick second.
uh-oh.
I literally forgot the roster like right there. That is crazy. But like it better not be like the usual guys, because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Darby Allin. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing like the same old. It better not be, lower guys like Action Andretti or Angelico. Just something underworld. It better not be something really underwhelming because they've been doing that for a while now. Like this big bad heel is this and that. Then out comes Darius Martin. What the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I'm gonna be
Because they have
mad as
kind
hell.
of used this belt to have like guys like that fight for. Like I remember Hook's first title defense was against like Zach Clayton randomly
I'm
one week. It was like,
like,
what the hell is that? Like,
I just be like, who the fuck are you, bro? But like,
yeah,
I hope this leads to like maybe a debut, even though the roster's pretty stacked for real. But I hope this leads to like something meaningful, something good, because you could use this not to bring back ECW, stupid, but you could use this to not just have a new guy get a veteran mentor, but you could use this to maybe have somebody inherit the ECW name to be like hardcore or some shit. I don't know. I'm just straight out my ass at this point because I don't know where they're going with this.
yeah, it's really tough to know. Like the options I could see is just Hook comes back here and just defends the honor, but I feel like that's too soon to bring Hook back. Um, it could be Rob Van Dam because I think he did an interview recently where he said he feels
Oh
like
hell yeah!
he wants to do one more match, and AEW would be the perfect place for that. Um, I'm pretty sure he could use his old theme song "Walk." I think it was by Pantera because the AEW could get the rights to that and all that type of stuff. I don't even know if AEW can get the rights to it because I know NWA might have the rights to it because they use a Pantera song for their show. But I guarantee you, Tony Khan, if he really wanted to, could outbuy the NWA's ass. He could purchase that company if he really wanted to, probably. So
There's another song he could use, his TNA theme, because
yeah,
not only Robert Dim has the rights to that song, but yeah, or go crazy because I don't know how they let this happen. This was during a Pro Wrestling Noah show, if I remember correctly, because sometimes it's a blur to me, like always. But I was watching a Noah show, and Robin Dam. I don't know why he was there, but he was he had a match at Noah, and he was using his WWE theme.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't know how they. I guess because since Jim Johnston left, he's probably like, man, fuck that. You can use my theme, bro. I made it anyways. The fuck?
Yeah. What? How recent was this? Because
I think it was like um. Let me go to RVD. Okay, a cage match. Let's go to
thank you, Cage Match Wrestling.
for real, bro. They are the
Helps it
best thing ever.
because I asked that because if it was this year, Triple
No,
H has been okay.
it wasn't this year. I think it was last year.
Okay.
Yeah, last year.
Okay.
And it happened in shoot. He actually had two matches
Oh,
in the
okay.
same year. The one at the cyber fight of the the cyber fight festival, which is Noah, DDT, and Tokyo Joshi Pro, and Noah Destination 2022.
Okay.
This man, this man literally teamed with fucking. He teamed with Tanaka, and he faced off against Super Crazy
Wow.
Sawa. Bro, what is going on? Why is
Yeah.
he still wrestling?
Wrestling's a weird world sometimes. But I
Yeah,
asked when this was too, just because like Triple H has been working with Pro Wrestling Noah, like he let Shinsuke Nakamura over there to do a match with the Great Muta, doing the Great Muta's retirement tour and all
that's
that type of
still
stuff. So
crazy.
yeah.
Holy shit.
But anyhow, continuing with Dynamite, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, gets an interview, and Renee Paquette's asking her, about the match coming up with Taya Valkyrie. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, talks about how, you know, Taya Valkyrie woke something up inside of her. She talks about how she's just been happy to be there, and she said that she needs to get a fire under her ass again. She talks about how she's a former AEW Women's World Champion. She's the face of the division and the face of TBS, and she's going to show that to Taya Valkyrie tonight. I didn't like this promo here. I think it's mainly because I think Britt Baker's meant to be a babyface, but this was not a babyface promo at all. This was a heel promo.
I I really did not fucking care.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's just
I really
um I'm not a big fan of Britt Baker. You can go watch the time I was doing Spark when I was the main host, just doing it alone, and James and I's opinions on that because lately I just haven't been the biggest fan of Britt Baker, and we're gonna talk about this some more when we get to the match
Mhm.
later. So
Mhm.
let's just
What
say
a
AEW is gonna
great
wish no
match, bro. What a great
AEW. Let's just say this: AEW is gonna wish that Noah was hosting this week because I'm not gonna be very nice to that match. I'll just say that. Um, but
holy shit. Yo.
um, next was Pac versus Gravity.
The jokes. Let's get
Yeah,
it out the way.
this was awesome. Pac comes out. He doesn't come out right away. It takes a bit. Like I'm like, did Pac just no show? I don't know what happened. Like he doesn't come right out, but he kind of came out of nowhere type of thing. And then Gravity comes out. This is my first exposure to Gravity.
The greatest fucking entrance this man had. Fucking
Yeah,
walking on the moon. The
yeah, that's what it
gayest
was.
thing I've ever seen in pro wrestling.
And he had like a space uniform on, like for
This
his entrance. Like
he was ready.
it was awesome. And boy, do they play up to the meme because before the match even the match starts and Pac is asking Gravity, "You remember me, right? You remember me?" And Gravity's just like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are." This was awesome. Like,
they did it. They did it.
and Excalibur's playing up to it on commentary. He talks about how Pac used to go by the moniker "the man that Gravity forgot," and he's trying to see if Gravity even knows who he is. It's like, yes, thank you, AEW, thank you. Like, this is awesome. And yeah, the match starts. Pac gets pissed when Gravity doesn't even know who he is, doesn't remember him. So he attacks him, he beats him up. Gravity and him play a game of cat and mouse. I don't even know what was going on. I believe it was supposed to be. We weren't sure if it was Gravity trying to catch up to Pac, like Pac chasing Gravity, but eventually Pac just takes his head off with a drop kick. Gravity gets a hope spot in there, say in the beginning. He does some cool dives and all that type of stuff. I like the way that he runs. Like I said, it's like walking on the moon type of thing. It's really awesome. He kind of moves in slow motion, but it's not like those bad. Oh, this guy's just moving in such slow motion. It's like a funny way. Then eventually, Pac dominates the match. He hits a really nice headlock takeover, and Pac's just screaming at Gravity. "You remember me, bro? You remember me? Do you even know who I am?" At one point, he's in the corner just stomping a mud hole into Gravity, and he says, "Forget me not, forget me not." It was just really awesome stuff. And eventually, Gravity gets like one more comeback in there. He hits a really good tilt-a-whirl DDT, but Pac kicks out of that. Then Pac just kills him after this. He hits a superplex onto him and then locks him into the. Is it the Black Arrow in AEW? I believe it's the Black Arrow.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not the Black Arrow. It's the Brutalizer. That's what I'm. The Black Arrow is the.
It was the
Yeah, but the Brutalizer. And Gravity taps out, and the match ends right there. Afterwards, in the corner, Pac says, "You remember me now, huh? You remember me?" And Gravity verbally submits, like, "Okay, bro. Okay, I remember you. I remember you."
Well,
Like, this was awesome. How did you feel about this match? Did you love the fact that AEW actually like played up to it and all that type of stuff? And how do you think this did with Pac's momentum? Because obviously this was the first big win he's had. And how do you feel the fact that Pac wasn't selling any injuries from Blood and Guts because he wasn't either, and he was in Blood and Guts a week ago.
He was in Blood and Guts, but he really was but he did took a thumbtack spot.
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
well, just Blood and Guts non-canon. But this what's make wrestling fun
Yeah.
is when the promotion plays up to the memes, which is awesome. Especially with the I think the first time they actually did it was the I am the a table meme. Like
Mhm.
freaking Excalibur just like I am the table. I'm like, yeah, you is. But this was pretty fucking fun. It was a good match, and motherfucking Pac is like, "Hey man, remember me?" I'm like, "Oh God, they did it." But yeah, like good shit from both. Gravity, the brother of Bandito,
Mhm.
which is hilarious to think about because they are two completely different people.
Yeah.
Because Bandito's a bandit and Gravity is just Gravity. He just a fucking he, he's just an astronaut.
Yeah, he is pretty much.
But other than that, really good shit. I want to see more.
Do you think they're gonna sign Gravity, or do you think he's just doing like a one-off type of thing? Like, because he's obviously doing some ROH shows too. Do you think he's,
I think
you
he's
know,
mainly ROH probably, but if they really wanted to, they could sign him to like a deal with him and just whatever.
yeah,
But hey, since the Ring of Honor cats coming into AEW, so I guess it doesn't really matter, bro.
yeah. I kind of hope they didn't just reach the ceiling though, because obviously this is the match that everyone would have wanted to see Gravity have, and then I hope they didn't just
Yeah.
blow their load and give it away too quick. Like I hope they can find other stuff for Gravity to do, in AEW and stuff. I hope maybe when Bandito comes back, they could be a tag team. I would like that. That would be a good tag team right there.
That would be a
Um,
crazy. Just have Gravity have an alter ego, which is basically just Bandito, but his variation. Just have them be bandits. That should be kind of fun.
yeah. Um, Next we had Better Than You Babies get interviewed. This was from last week, but they aired it this week. Um, and
The
they talk
greatest
about how, huh?
quote, the greatest quote from MGF I've ever heard
Yeah.
to anybody is the fun. Talk about it first because you know what it is, I believe.
Yeah, you might have to say the quote because I'm not great at remembering quotes. But when I throw it to you, you'll definitely say it. But they talk about how happy they are to win the blind eliminator tag tournament, and MJF talks about you know FTR. He talks about how at one point they were just his lackeys. That's why the Pinnacle was what it was at the time,
That's
and
crazy.
he makes fun of FTRs and their appearances. He makes fun of the mullet that Cash Wheeler has, and he completely lays into Dax Howard. Talks about how he says the same promos all the time. He talks about his family and all that type of stuff. He mentions how much he loves professional wrestling, and he says that the friendship that Adam Cole and MJF had, the bond that they created, is going to be enough for them to win the AEW World Tag Team titles at Collision. And um, Adam Cole says that a friendship, originally when they became a team, all he wanted was championships. But eventually, not just a friendship formed, MJF became his best friend throughout this tournament. And he explains himself that he wasn't going to hit MJF with the title. He was just going to hand him the championship. And MJF says that he understands that now. And he actually says that no matter how this tag title match goes at Collision, he is going to grant Adam Cole his rematch and put the belt on the line against him. We don't know when that match is happening. It's really not confirmed. It was just kind of talk. Like Tony Khan didn't say, yeah, the match is official type of thing. So right now, that's just all talk at the moment. And Adam Cole appreciates it. They hug. And then Roderick Strong, your buddy, comes up again. And he's cursing out Adam Cole again, saying that you can't trust this guy. MJF and Roderick Strong start jaw jacking with each other, and Adam Cole tells MJF to leave. He'll catch up with him. He said that he's going to deal with this himself, and he talks about how Roderick Strong he became his brother, but right now he's on thin ice. He talks about how you're starting to lose a lot of patience with me, and you're close to losing me as a friend. So he wants some boundaries. And Roderick Strong, is he tries to put his arm on to him, and Adam Cole says boundaries, Roderick, and then he leaves, and Roderick Strong says, "You need to listen. You should listen to me. If he turns on you, I won't be responsible for what happens." And that was it. Before I have you give your thoughts on this, I'll just talk about the FTR interview also, since they kind of blend together. Yeah, they get interviewed. Cash Wheeler talks about how MJF never saw them as equals; they saw him as his lackeys, and he said that they don't have an issue with Adam Cole, but they just want to beat the shit out of MJF. And Dax Howard, I did kind of like this because even though he knew it was pre-taped, I'm sure you mentioned stuff about my daughter, you made fun of my accent, and they kind of say the same promo they said on Collision. They just talk about it here where they mentioned that they're not going to go out there and have this comedic tag team match. They're going to go in there and they're going to have a serious tag team match, and they're going to completely lay out MJF, and Adam Cole is just going to have to be collateral damage. And they say top guys out. Great promo here by FTR. I thought that got the match over. So, how did you feel on Dynamite? Kind of one last hype they did with the tag title match coming up at Collision.
It was good hype. I really don't remember FTR's a promo. I mostly remember the better than you up, baby, because So when MJF and Roderick Strong was arguing, like screaming at each other, if MJF said to Roderick Strong, "Listen to me, you call," I was losing because I swear this man comes up with the greatest one-liners. Like he called Roderick Strong a default call. This man played video games for the first time, and he's now calling people calls. He called people a call.
Yeah.
He called him the default created character. He called him a template. When you open up SmackDown versus Raw or AEW Fight Fight Forever or 2K, you see the default. If you even open Fire Pro, the character creator is just a default call, and the fact that he called him that
Oh
killed
yeah.
me throughout this whole promo. But I'm happy that this happens in Collision. They let it cook, but this is one of the best bromance I've ever seen in my life.
Mm.
I watch yaoi anime, and this also brings a tear to my eye. And I was like, man, there's some bros, bro. But I feel bad for Roger Strong
Yeah.
because he's right, and Adam Cole just falling. Like he's falling for Tim Jeff's things, but from what we saw in Collision, it's really fucking crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Roderick Strong reacts with whatever happens.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's a big part of the storyline now too. Fortunately, Britt Baker's a part of the storyline because she's dated Adam Cole IOL, but they're leaving her out of it as as much as possible. So
What's funny is that when MGF was like talking about the X Hard World, well the FTR's promo saying that he's gonna talk about how he loves wrestling, my daughter, all this and that, and then right after their promo, FTR's was just that.
yeah,
No wonder I was tuned out. This whole
because
promo. I'm like, bro,
MJF said it all for you.
yeah,
So
he said it all for me. Just the typical, I love wrestling, da 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 da. I'll fight like my daughter. Top guys out. I'm like, yeah, that's their promo, and I literally tuned out. It was just fucking like the same shit.
yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about more about these people when we review Collision. Then we had the next match. It was Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland. This feud's been cooking for a while. Darby Allin starts off this match really aggressively. He just destroys Swerve Strickland in the beginning. Doesn't really let him get much offense in and doesn't let him get a breath in. Eventually, he takes the steps and he actually launches himself onto the steps and hits a drop kick onto Swerve. And Swerve tries to throw him all onto the steps, like he moves the steps out, like in front of the barricade and everything like that. And Darby Allin jumps over the steps and flips and lands on his feet. And Swerve hits a house call. They don't call it the house call; it's like a roundhouse kick, but that's what it was called before.
That
Off of the
move, that spot
yeah,
was fucking beaut. It was beautiful. I
and
love Swerve.
yeah, during the picture-in-picture, Swerve is just throwing Darby Allin around in the barricade. He hits a suplex into a knee to the head onto him, and eventually Darby Allin mounts a comeback. He hits a really impressive suicide dive to the outside, the springboard coffin drop, while Swerve Strickland standing up. They recreate the spot from the Royal Rampage when Darby Allin speared him through the ropes. Swerve Strickland just destroys Darby Allin throughout periods of time. He hits a stomp onto him. He hits the swerve stomp. There's a name for it, but I forget it. He hits a Darby Allin goes for a suicide dive, and Swerve just kicks him right in the head while he's in midair. Like, it was just absolutely insane. Um, then eventually, they laid out on the outside, and Darby Allin is on the verge of not beating the count. The ref's counting, and eventually he breaks the count, and the ref gets distracted by Prince Nana, and behind the ref's back, a guy with a hood comes out, and he throws Darby Allin into the post. And Taz mentioned that he recognizes the ring attire because he saw the guy wrestle earlier. So I did like the fact that the commentators played up to that. And um, Swerve hits a JML driver onto Darby Allin after this, and he pins Darby Allin. And um, Nick Wayne gets pissed about this, and he tackles Prince Nana, and Swerve Strickland just beats him down, and the guy on the hood, beats him down and reveals himself, and it's AR Fox. AR Fox, they went out the Mogul Embassy shirt, and AR Fox has now joined the Mogul Embassy. Um, which was absolutely awesome. They probably could have stretched this out a few weeks. Obviously, they probably didn't need to do this all in one show where they had AR Fox turn. Like, maybe they could have stretched this out a few weeks. But to be honest, I really didn't have an issue with it here. I like the fact that they actually turned him. I feel like they did enough to get us invested into the storyline where it didn't feel forced. Yes, could they have held this off a few weeks? But in my opinion, I thought I was okay with them doing it all in one show. It was a nice storyline that they played throughout the show, and yeah, afterwards they completely lay out Nick Wayne and Darby Allin, and yeah, it was just really great stuff. How did you feel about this? What do you think of AR Fox now being a part of the Mogul Embassy, and do you think they rushed it, or do you think were you fine with them doing it when they did it? Did they hit the nail right on the right there?
Never agree with you. So I don't got a problem with that. I really don't have a problem with that. You got Killshot and Dante Fox
Mm-hmm.
teaming up. Beautiful. Like, I really like this, and I feel like this is going to be a lot better because one, because one, AR Fox. I'm getting sick and tired of Darby and friends.
Yeah.
Is this because Darby, like, yes, he is forever in the depth of like the guys who helped him, like the guys who really been there for him and basically made him the wrestler he is today, which is cool. But Jesus Christ, bro, you need you need to understand this is a cruel business, and you learn it the hard way. But well, one thing I would say, finally, AR Fox has a direction, and I feel like AR Fox is going to be a good member, especially since both Swerve and Fox actually work in the same promotion, not just Lucha Underground, but CZW. So, was he part of Blackout? Hold up,
Yeah, you're gonna
because
have to look that up.
yeah, it's like there's a few wrestlers I know that was a part of this faction called Blackout, which was in CZW.
Okay.
Okay, it's Blackout, oh, that's just the tag team. I need factions, my boy. Oh, Stables, there we go. Rich Swan, Alex Coleman, Black G, Shane Rebel. Oh, I guess he wasn't in Black. Oh, oh
There you
well.
go.
Uh, um, but yeah, like will be a good team. They'll be a good tag team. Not only because they're high flyers, but more because of the style they wrestle in. Like You got AR Fox being the high flyer and Swerve being more of the slick, slimy wrestler. And there should be a tag team, and they should rule over the whole tag division. And
Yeah.
maybe you could run it back with Keith Lee. But from what I'm seeing right now, I'm happy. Nick Wayne, just just get the fuck out the way, bro. Darby Allen, you're in limbo. You're back where you was before. I said this a few episodes with Noah. The one thing I don't want happen pillars pillars of 4-way. So one thing I don't want happen right after the pillars of 4-way is for the rest of the is for the other three to be where they was before in the mid card, like Jack Perry, where after that coming back trying to be teaming up with other guys and shit. Then you got Darby Allen, who is currently back in the TNT title picture. Why? This man was TNT champion for a while. Why? Go do something else, Darby. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, can Sammy what the fuck Sammy doing? This man is with Daniel Garcia as a tag team. Like, yes, yes, I know that being a tag team doesn't mean you're in limbo, but it's just like they where they was before the pillar 4-way match. And it's annoying because we know they could do bigger and better things. So it's just annoying. But
Yeah. When it
yeah,
comes,
yeah,
oh, go ahead.
but yeah, other than that, good match.
Yeah, when it does come down to it, though, I guess when you do think about it, I would say Darby's probably the one that's in the most limbo because at least Sammy Guevara, it looks like he's about to have something go on with Chris Jericho, which is a good thing for him. At least I hope so, anyways. And then when it comes down to Jungle Boy, well, Jack Perry, I have to get used to not calling him Jungle Boy anymore. Um, at least he has like a new heel persona now, and he has some type of championship now. Um, Darby Allen, I would say, is the one that feels like he's in the most limbo just because, he's kind of in this feud going on with Swerve Strickland and he's in the TNT title program. They do talk about in Collision. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got to kind of sort that out and all that type of stuff. So it'll be interesting. I feel like he doesn't really need to be in the TNT title picture, like you said. I feel like, I think he should be the one that's facing Orange Cassidy for the international championship. That's a match I think that would have had natural storyline. I am still interested when we are going to get that Swerve Strickland Keith Lee match because it doesn't seem like that's ever going to happen. I would love, yeah, I still would love to see obviously, Swerve Strickland and AR Fox. I keep almost meaning to call him his Lucha Underground name, but Swerve Strickland and AR Fox, dominate the tag division, which would be awesome because they would be the perfect team to dethrone FTR for their tag team championships. I would really love that. Um, and yeah, it'd just be interesting. Now you could correct me if I'm wrong because maybe I got my timelines mixed up. Were they was Dante Fox the person that teamed up with? Because was Big Rick a part of that 2 years also, or was that am I
No,
completely wrong? Okay,
no, that's something else.
okay,
Um, so Dante Fox, his story is that Killshot left him for dead. Like, I think when he was in the military. So
okay,
like Dante came back to get uh basically revenge. So they had a crazy ass match. It
yeah,
was fucking nuts. Um, like him, like Jesus Christ. I think there was I forgot what I forgot what they call the match, but it was brutal. But yeah. Mhm.
So then we have some more continuation with Jericho and his decision makings and stuff. Renee Paquette tries to get a word with the Jericho Appreciation Society. This is minus Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara, and Jake Hader. This is all the other members that we don't really know where their loyalties lie and all that type of stuff. It's 2.0, Anna J, JAS, and Ty Conti. Um, Jericho comes up to him and he wants, he's just kind of having like a casual conversation with them, and they want to talk to him pretty much. So they go into the Jericho Appreciation Society's locker room. The camera follows them there. Renee Paquette does not. I don't know why she didn't, but the camera does. And we see that Don Callis hung the painting in the Jericho Appreciation Society's locker room. And, Matt Menard points this out. He's really shocked to see that this happened, and they want to know what Jericho's decision is, where his loyalties lie. And Jericho said that he still doesn't know either. He's still trying to think about this as he goes along. And Cool Hand Ange pulls out the comb that he has, and he talks about how Chris Jericho gave this to him as a gift, and he said that he's not giving it back because it means a lot to him, and that this group means the world to him. And he says that he believes that it does to Jericho, but he doesn't think that he cares about this as much as they do. And then Anna Jay, then Ty Conti asks, like, what are you doing going up and having a match with Sammy Guevara? You're facing your own guys and your own faction. And then Anna J, JAS curses out Chris Jericho, saying that, we have given this group love. We've, you know, she doesn't say this, but she pretty much says, like, this group has just been a circle jerk for you. But lately it seems like you're not.
She watches Spark, bro. She watches Spark because I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah.
God damn.
But
pay my royalties, bitch. So no stop.
Yeah, and then she says that he's not giving them the same love back that they've been giving him since this group started. And they said that they're going to be like Jake. They can't give Jericho 100%. So they leave, and Jericho even tells Matt Menard that this isn't an easy decision for him. And Matt Menard says that I think that this is an easy decision for us, and I think it's an easy decision to you, then you're letting it on to believe. And he walked, and Jericho just kind of looks all disheveled. So yeah, I like this. Slowly, setting up cracks in the Jericho Appreciation Society. I kind of like to see that they're showing that the other members also feel this way. So I think next week we're going to kind of find out where Jericho, what his decision is. I think it adds intrigue into that match. And how do you feel about this? And how do you feel with all the members basically quitting on Jericho? And do you think Don Callis is pulling some strings here? Do you think?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't even need to ask the second question because
Yes.
it's just
Yes. Like what more can you fucking say? Don Callis is literally recruiting Jericho, and he is pulling strings because he is the reason why the match is happening. So, so I want you to think this, right? Don Callis is he asked Jericho, "Do you want to join my group?" Jericho did not say yes. He did not say no. He said maybe. Now the other members, I believe they're watching the same monitor in the locker rooms or somewhere, watching the same thing, and they was like, "What do you mean maybe? This is we're supposed to be a group. Like we're supposed to be a family. What are you doing, bro?" And Jericho is beating around the bush. He is literally just not really being 100%. And a lot of people is now thinking with their minds like, wait, this group was just one big circle jerk of him. We gave him our all, but he's not giving us the same love and shit that we gave him. Man, fuck this motherfucker, bro.
yeah.
like like they come to a realization of what's going on, and they feel like they've been betrayed. And I get that, but it took you that long. The group is literally named Co Appreciation Society. If that doesn't sound like a group of guys jerking off to the same nigga, what doesn't that sound like?
I feel like you would, if you joined this group, you would not let this last this long. I don't even know if you would have joined the group, to be honest. I feel like you would have had any about any of this
I
shit.
would have
Like,
just fucked with them. I would like I will fuck with them. I won't even be serious in the group. I'm like, yeah, Jericho, fuck off, bro. Like I would have just be the main one, be like, how good, how good was that dick of Jericho? Like, make so many jokes. Took them this long to realize what's going on, motherfucker. Have you not watched Jericho's whole career? If you watch his whole career, he's a dickhead. What he did to Shawn Michaels, what when his little goons in WCW, he was literally fucking Stephanie McMahon. His whole career is him being a dickhead.
yeah.
Like, you think he's not gonna betray you, bro? Sometimes the and I go after the babyface syndrome, which is a scientific disease with all babyface wrestlers. Stupid, so dumb of making decisions with their lives in the ring can who they hang around with. The main person who has that syndrome is not just John Cena because he was a dumbass through and through. Fucking basically any babyface, and the heels has a difference. Their 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 disease is different, and I'm still researching about it because it is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So then it leads to the worst match of the night. Dr. Britt Baker, probably the worst match of the whole week, to be honest. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Taya Valkyrie. Crowd was dead for this match. They couldn't give two shits. And you know you've screwed something up if an AEW crowd doesn't care about a match. They get into everything. They were not into this.
God bless Ty Valkyrie. Carry on.
Yeah, so Britt Baker, no one was into it as a babyface. And the match doesn't start off all that bad. It starts out fine. Then all of a sudden, Taya Valkyrie messes up the glam slam. It wasn't a glam slam. She basically picked up Britt Baker and just dropped her. And I don't know if this was legit or not, but Taya Valkyrie all of a sudden just pounds away at Britt Baker. And I think it goes to break. And it went to picture-in-picture break, which was even more awkward. You just see it laying in these fights the whole time doing pretty much the first half of picture-in-picture. She's just laying in strike like she was pissed. I don't know what was going on. And then Britt Baker screws up the Slim Blade. Like the worst I've ever seen her screw it up. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on. And it's to the point where Zia was just walking away. Like, and then the match continues. It kind of recovers a little bit, but you know, it's kind of like a disaster at this point. There's really no recovering from it. And Taya Valkyrie tries to go for like the curb stomp, but it doesn't work. And Britt Baker goes for the Panama Sunrise, and Taya Valkyrie counters it, and Britt Baker falls to the ring apron. It was not the ring apron, but the floor. It was just really weird. And then eventually she hits the Panama Sunrise. Not the best Panama Sunrise. It's like, what do you do when your boyfriend's move for? Like, it's just stop. And then, yeah, Taya Valkyrie goes for the curb stomp, and Britt Baker counters. Admittedly, it was a decently transition into the lockjaw. Taya Valkyrie taps out immediately, and she doesn't even sell the fact that she was in the lockjaw. She just gets right up and leaves. It was just like really weird. And yeah, they try to do the whole crowd reaction where the heel does the punches and the babyface do the punches, the boo yeah thing, and all of a sudden, loud boos for Taya Valkyrie, kind of like mid reaction to Britt Baker. Like, I wasn't watching AEW when Britt Baker turned babyface, and I'm still trying to. So I can't even say, oh, like, why is she a babyface? I don't even know why she's a babyface, other than they just wanted to change. I think they wanted to turn Jamie Hayter babyface, but they didn't want to do it by having a Britt Baker turn on her because they thought it was too soon for that. So I think they just turned Britt Baker babyface, and they expected that it was going to work, and I don't think it's been very successful. This match was terrible, and AEW screwed up here because after the match, right after the match ends, it cuts to a fan sign that says, and I'm gonna make sure this gets into the thumbnail because I think it's hilarious how AEW. This was like WWE wouldn't have even made this mistake. No wrestling company would have made this mistake. It says hashtag push the woman. What the hell were you cutting to that sign for? Like, what was that? All of a sudden, and the boy, is that ever ring true? By the way, as I've said, Zero, this is the only women's match on the whole show. 2 hours, you can't fit in another women's match. It's so laughable that Impact Wrestling has a 2-hour show every week, and they sometimes will have up to 3 women's matches on one show, but yet AEW can't get more than one women's match in there. Yeah, this was just absolutely terrible. Britt Baker's not over as a babyface, and obviously this is just stemmed to a ton of news sites. Some indie wrestler, you might know the name Zero, has come out and talked about how it's not all Tony Khan's fault. It's Britt Baker's fault. She's the one that's kind of leading the charge and all that type of stuff. Somebody made mention of the fact that they debuted this new group called the Outcasts. There was no blood and guts match between them. They're just kind of floating around. They haven't done shit with them really. And it's just getting worse and worse every week for this women's division. It's been a battle. James and I have talked about this even when we were doing the wrestling rundown. This women's division just been embarrassing. Every time, and I'll just say this. I think I said this one week. Every time it seems like the women's division's getting pushed, they take like 3 steps back, and it's just back to what it was. And yeah, they are trying to do, damage control a little bit, pun not intended, sort of, because Jamie Hayter's not going to be back by all in like they were hoping for. So are stuck. But yeah, this is just terrible. Like, this match was terrible, and I'm just sick of them just misusing the women's division. And I'm just gonna say this: I have the same thoughts for the Rampage match. I have the same thoughts for the Collision match. Like, this women's division is just an embarrassment, and it seems like every time they're about to fix it, they stop caring. Like, it seems like they don't want to take the small steps to fixing it. It's just absolute atrocious. This match was atrocious. And I'm not saying that because I'm not a fan of Britt Baker. I've given Britt Baker props because he's had good matches. I don't know what the hell happened here. Like, this was just a disaster. And she practiced the matches like ahead of time and everything like that. And poor Taya Valkyrie, what did you put her in for, by the way? And she always loses. You're literally doing a storyline which is on this losing streak. Why? Why are you doing the storyline? And Taya Valkyrie's just filled with bad luck. Her women's title match too got cut off Battle of the Belts, and yeah, it's just how did Zero? I know I try to ask you all these questions. I don't even know what to ask. Just talk. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I know this is why I think you wish Noah was the host this week for this reason, but like, yeah, this is just a disaster.
So like I was playing what's the game called? What's it called? So like I was playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, right? Like, it's a really good game. So like I'm currently at the part where but like I have to go inside this hostess club. But like overall the game is pretty good. And I would say the story is pretty interesting. You start out in this one well, the game like starts off at the main boss. Well, I think he's gonna be the main boss of the and like he was like him as a kid with his father that was in a restaurant. The kid walks off bathroom. The chef came in, had to hand him, had to hand the kid's dad his entree, but it was a gun inside. So he shot him. She was crazy. But like after all that arc, you and this the main character is in this clan. So basically he was like tried to step up in the Yakuza until he has to take a deal because one of the because one of the members shot another guy. So the main character took the blame to basically protect the clan's uh thing. So 18 years later, he came out of jail, and now you're starting from rock bottom. You're starting to realize that all the stuff changed. The main Tojo clan, and catch up on what's going on. You saw your leader, well, your former leader, and all that. And we're talking about AEW, right?
Believe it or not, we were.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I forgot. Oh yeah, man, this match sucks dick, bro. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, it
I'm gonna
did.
say, did you know? Did you know? Because I don't really care. Did you know Bruno Sammartino defended the world title back what it was called the WWF. He defended it 662 times.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of title defenses.
Can can Orange Cassidy reach? Because at
Yeah,
this
he'd have
time,
to.
because at this time I wouldn't really fucking blame him. Why not?
Yeah, and he's already at um 27, so like and
Mhm.
he could get he would have to start wrestling though, like he would
Every
have
fucking
to.
day.
Yeah, not even every day. Like if he gets there, he would have to defend the belt on Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage. You have to wrestle twice on one show sometimes.
And Ring
Technically.
of Honor and fucking the pay-per-views and the New Japan and but yeah, like I was talking about Yakuza like a dragon and I was supposed to talk about this fucking match. I just what the
Yeah.
fuck, man. Man, this match sucks dick. Move on.
So yeah, there you go. Um, it did some hype for Rampage and Collision. They hyped up the tag team battle royal coming up with on Rampage, where the winners were going to become number one contenders for the tag titles, and Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose. For Collision, they hyped up the ladder match between Buddy Matthews and Andrade El Idolo. They cut some good promos here, and I thought they hyped up the matches pretty well. The only one I really didn't care for was the Shida Nyla Rose match. I'll talk about why when I actually break down that match on Rampage. But how did you feel about how they hyped up Rampage and Collision? Because I thought they did a pretty good job.
I only saw one match of Rampage, and after what I saw, a single tear came down my eye, and I stopped watching the rest of the show. I was
So
like, I'm done with this shit, bro. This is boring.
Collision Rampage for Zero is so bad that like he just not only does he shut it off, he cries doing it, and then it makes him shut it off. That's just like yeah.
I was like, bro, this is some bullshit.
There you go.
I was
Then we
mad.
Then it's main event time. It's the triple threat tag match. It's John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Best Friends versus the Lucha Bros. The Blackpool Combat Club are making their entrance, the Lucha Bros and Best Friends go at it because they're upset because they feel like they cost each other the ROH World Tag Team titles, so they kind of are gunning for each other. And Moxley and Claudio attack, and this match is just absolute chaos. Everybody fights ringside and everything like that. Just
Everything falls apart.
yeah, pretty much. And eventually, um, Claudio and Ray Phoenix go at it after everyone's kind of been laid out. This was kind of goofy. Pentagon walked by John Moxley, and they didn't go at it or anything like that. They just kind of let it slide. It's a little thin, but it kind of annoyed me. I didn't really get why they did that. I feel like that was kind of on the camera guy. Like he should have cut to that. Like it was just yeah, it just wasn't good. Um, then it goes to picture in picture, and they kind of treat this like a normal triple threat tag match. Um, I get it because they obviously didn't want to do anything big doing the picture in picture stuff and all that type of stuff. So it was just kind of weird though. You started off with all this chaos and then it just kind of became a regular triple threat tag match. I thought that was just kind of weird. But it is what it is. They still did some good tag work and stuff like that. I thought Claudio and Moxley, they dominated Chuck Taylor for a while, but yeah, it has that stupid thing I don't like in triple threat tag matches where only like two people at a time can be legal. I don't like that because the Lucha Bros were just kind of standing around. It should have, but it is what it is. Eventually, Trent Beretta gets the hot tag and he kind of gets in there and he gets on fire and everything like that. Then the match just spills down into complete chaos. Everyone just kind of starts hitting moves on each other, and eventually Claudio goes for his power bomb, and Orange Cassidy comes out, and he lays out Willa Yuta with a orange punch, which was awesome. And he goes at it with John Moxley. He obviously gets taken down fairly easily by Moxley because Orange Cassidy's obviously, all taped up, and he just had a match earlier, so he's weakened and stuff like that. And this distracts Claudio long enough. The Best Friends try to win with they had Soul Food in the half and half combination, and it looks like they're going to get the win. But the Lucha Bros cut him off, and they hit the Fear Factor onto Chuck Taylor for the win. It was kind of weird, like he did the Orange Cassidy interference, but then the Best Friends just didn't win. They gave it the win to the Lucha Bros. Like I thought that was kind of the wrong results. I don't know why they gave the win to the Lucha Bros, but I wasn't mad at it. I just would have had the Best Friends win because they just cut this promo talking about how they haven't won tag gold of any kind since they've teamed up, and I thought this was kind of yeah, and I thought this was kind of a chance for them to kind of get a win here, but that didn't happen. Afterwards, the match just spills down into complete chaos. Everyone just starts fighting with each other, where it has to completely get broken up, and this is kind of how the show ends. It ends with this chaos. We get confirmation that Tony Khan made the match official for tonight, since it's coming out Wednesday. It's going to be an anything goes triple threat match. It's going to be John Moxley versus Trent Beretta versus, I think it's Pentagon or Ray Phoenix. I forget which one.
Fucking point.
Yeah, I'm okay with that match. I think that's going to be awesome. I don't get why it's announced as an anything goes match. It was in a triple threat match. It's no DQ anyways, but I think they just wanted a tagline, so anything goes, I guess, was a good tagline for them. But yeah, how do you feel with how this went? How did you feel about the Orange Cassidy inclusions? Do you think the right team went over here? And how did you feel about this match overall?
I'm gonna be real. I really did not smash because I don't know what I was doing. I was probably just fucking beating off, but like, what is go like? I don't. What is the what is this is a three-way beef. You have the Lucha Bros beefing with the Best Friends. The Best Friends, well, Moxley beefing with Orange Orange Cassidy. It's like, what the hell is going, like, I'm so confused. Why? What is the point? Like, the match gonna be probably crazy. Like that I do know, but everything else is like, what is going on? This is this is just confusing. Like what, like I don't know, like I'm so lost. with this whole feud. But I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's tough.
Overall, overall, I give the show a fucking default call out of 10. So good.
This was like a decent episode of AEW programming, or at least AEW Dynamite. Anyways, I enjoyed the international title match. I enjoyed the main event, I guess, for what it was, but I feel like there was more negatives in it than positives. I enjoyed obviously Swerve versus Darby and the twist. I liked the Jericho storyline. I would say the end of the show was really what brought it down. The last,
Yeah.
maybe hour or so, maybe half hour if we're making that.
Mm,
Yeah, I feel like the Blackpool Combat Club and the Golden Elite should have both been off this show this week. Like they should have sold the fact that they had this blood and guts match. They should have been completely off the show this week. It didn't really make sense. Like Willie Yuta didn't even make sense that he was there. Like the dude just got the shit beaten out of him
He
in
was
blood and guts.
he was getting hung.
Yeah,
We should even be okay. So what they should have done is they could be on the show,
yeah,
but like maybe in backstage segments, just basically saying that they beat us, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. This was one hell of a match. I I am hurting.
yeah.
So we want to come back stronger than ever, and our mission is blah 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 blah. Just something to build up for the future for them, because right now I just what why is Blackpool inserting themselves into this beef? I don't get it, but
Yeah,
okay.
it definitely feels like they're trying to give them something to do. It's just weird that you don't even have any comments from the team that won Blood and Guts. Like they're just not even they're just not mentioned at all. It's just so odd.
Did they
Like
die?
it
What?
feels like they did. Like what happened?
What?
Like
Like what the fuck?
um well yeah, pretty. If I was giving Dynamite like a letter grade, I'd give Dynamite probably like a B minus. It was pretty good, but yeah, there's a lot of head scratches that kind of, I think could have been handled. The main event angle really should have been AR Fox joining the Mogul Embassy. That should have closed the show. I think.
But I'm gonna say this though, you're probably lying. Like you're probably lying to yourself because you actually enjoyed that women's match.
Okay, C plus. Let's go. Thanks for reminding me. That's right down to a C plus. So,
That's crazy.
uh, there you go. Let's talk about Rampage, the epitome of
Who is
average.
we? Who is we? I don't speak French, bro.
um, I'll talk about Rampage real
The
quick.
only match I saw that put a tear in my eye was the opening match, the whole
Yeah.
tag team, because there was a tear coming down my eye because the Butcher and Blade yet again got fucked over.
They did.
I hate it. They should have
But yeah,
won. Mm.
going through Rampage, that took place on July 28th, 2023. The commentary was Excalibur and Tony Schiavone. It was just them two. They didn't have a third guy because
Oh
obviously
boy.
JR couldn't be there, and Jericho's got some things he's trying to figure out. So they was just them. They were okay together on commentary. That they treat each other respectable. We had the Rampage Tag Team Battle Royal where the winners were going to become the number one contenders. They were going to face the winners of Better Than You, Babies, and the FTR for the titles. We found out on Collision that it's going to air on this week's episode of Collision. So that's like 3 tag title matches in the span of 2 weeks. I'm not going to complain about that. I like me some of my tag team wrestling. Good tag team battle royal here. I thought they did some good stuff here. I think they wanted to have the battle royal kick off the show just because that 3-way tag match, if you were there live, was so crazy. They wanted to, obviously give a chance for the audience to breathe. So that's why they put the tag team battle royal. I wonder if AEW is starting to do a little bit too many too much battle royals because we had one at Double or Nothing. I'm pretty sure we had one in between that. Then we had Royal Rampage. I know that's not a battle royal, but it's still a battle royal type. And then we had this battle royal here. I wonder if they have to kind of start to cool it with the battle royals a little bit. Because
Just like how they have to stop cooling with the fucking tournaments, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, this was pretty solid. So this I do like it that in AEW's tag battle royals, both members of the tag team have to get eliminated. I think that makes a lot more sense. It didn't do much for Serpentico and Luther though. They were both eliminated one after the other. They were gone.
What a fucking loser, bro.
Well, yeah, it's bad. It's not.
Let me check his record real quick. Right, that's
Serpentico's or Luther's.
Serpentico's, bro.
Yeah, let's see.
The legend himself.
But I'm not gonna say a word until you find out what this is because it's bad.
So this is for this year alone. All right.
Okay.
Singles matches. He is 0-11. Tag matches 0-3.
Okay.
Trios
What?
Matches, yes. Trios matches 0-6.
Okay.
2023 overall 0-22.
Okay.
Career overall 14 and 123. What a loser, bro.
123 career losses. How do you?
What a fucking loser, bro.
He's the only AEW wrestler to get to 100 career losses, to over 100 career losses. He's closer to.
Yes, let me check if anybody else had 100-something career losses.
What the hell is going on with this dude? This dude needs to figure it out. This dude needs a vacation.
He needs to go to WWE to just lose like 1,000 like fucking straight like matches, and I'll be happy.
This is awesome. Like, this is great.
This is the greatest thing ever.
He was
nobody else has 100 losses. That is
what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Is this dude? He's closer to 200 losses too. Than
he is a JOBBER. That is crazy.
This dude needs to like retire from the business. I don't think he's getting very far.
Nah, man. And I'm gonna keep him going, bro. I want to see that shit go. I want to see that go to 1,000. I don't care.
You know how they gave a trophy to Hikaru Shida for getting the most career wins in AEW? He needs to get a trophy for having the most career losses.
He needs a participation trophy, bro. It's great.
This is awesome. What's gonna happen when he gets to his 200th loss? Like, what are people gonna say? Like,
clap it up, bro. Clap it up. This man's a legend. He is a legend. What a he needs to be in the AEW game and have the lowest stats ever.
I could just check that right now, but my Switch needs to be charged. So,
he needs to be in the game, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, have him be like remember what's that man's name? Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Back in WWE. He needs to be like in a lockable for a fight forever. Just complete the game and you get the weakest or
there should be like
100 matches and then you get the pentacle. That'd be
awesome. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I might up my letter grade for Rampage. I might up my letter grade for Rampage after just roasting Serpentico like that.
Just knowing that Serpentico's a fucking loser. Poor Luther too. He has to deal with that poor fuck.
Well, the funny thing is, I hate to tell you this, Serpentico lasted longer than in the Battle Royal than Luther did. So
that's outrageous.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds longer, but it was still longer than Luther. So
that is outrageous.
But continuing with the Battle Royal, Brother Zay and Ethan Page tried to take it to Satnam Sin, And there's a funny bit where Brother Zay goes for a high cross body on Jay Lethal, but he moves out of the way and he does the squeeze because he realizes he's about to go into the arms of Satnam Singh, and he just gets eliminated after that. And then Ethan Page got eliminated shortly after that, and he brawls to the back with Jay Lethal. I thought Brother Zay and Ethan Page could have lasted longer, but it's Ethan Page goes from fighting for the world title a few weeks ago to like being just another guy in this battle royal. Like, what a waste that is. But continuing with the breakdown of the battle royal, the Hardys got some nice eliminations. Jeff Hardy was just brought back randomly. There was no big return for him this time. Like, the guy was just gone for a while, and he
just appeared out of like thin air.
And then Satnam Singh easily disposed of Matt Hardy, which fans booed. They didn't like that at all. You could say that's good heel heat, but I don't think it was. I feel like people were just legitimately pissed about it. And then Jeff Hardy, Brian Cage, and Big Bill all worked together to take out Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh was pretty bad in this battle royal. Like, I don't know why they keep having this dude wrestle. He's definitely one.
Huge.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the ones that suffered with AEW Dark and Elevation being canceled because he doesn't have that win time practice anymore. So there you go. Continuing with the breakdown of the battle royal, Big Bill and Brian Cage worked together a lot. They eliminated various people. Eventually, it comes down to the Butcher, the Blade versus Big Bill and Brian Cage. And they end up eliminating the Butcher and the Blade, and Brian Cage and Big Bill win the Battle Royal. I thought the one team won this. It should have been either the Hardys or the Butcher and the Blade. Like, they kept telling us on commentary that, like, the Butcher and the Blade have, like, the best Battle Royal, like, participation because they always last really long. And I'm like, okay, so this is going to be the time they actually win the Battle Royal. Right. And that didn't happen. They gave it to Brian Cage and Big Bill. Why are they even a team? I know they paired together in the Blinded Later tag tournament, but they're just kind of, it's just random. That doesn't make any sense. They're not even in the same faction together. Why are they teaming up together? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, just stop throwing tag teams together. I get you like tag teams, but not this tag team. Are they just together because they're both big? Like, come on.
Yes.
This match was a battle royal. It was okay, but I do not agree with the team that won. It shouldn't have happened this way.
The moment Homeboy got thrown out, can they ring the bell?
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, this is some bullshit. I'm done with Rampage.
Yeah, he shut it off afterwards.
I shut it off right afterwards. I'm like, fuck this.
So I'll keep talking about this show and just.
I'll give you my reaction.
Hold on. Let me open up Discord again.
Oh boy, this should be fucking good.
All right, so we had the Kingdom have a video package just kind of showing everything that the Kingdom have done. They talk about why they came into AEW when they heard Ring of Honor was purchased and everything like that. So nice little video package for them.
Then we had Matt Taven, bro. What the fuck you doing here, bro? Get the fuck out my face.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't say that because I should be supportive because he's from my area, but it's just like, yeah.
I was supposed to be supporting what's that man's name? Action Andretti, because he was trained in the Maryland Championship wrestling training camp.
Yeah.
Then I found out he was from Philly. I said, "Fuck him, bro." The only person I support who is from where I'm at is Nyla Rose because she's from DC. So I'm like, let's go, bro.
That's fair, yeah.
Well, but yeah, but everything else, fuck you, bro. Okay.
Then we had Commander versus Kip Sabian. I don't know what happened. This was advertised on Dynamite as Scorpio Sky versus Kip Sabian, and then on Rampage it was Commander versus Kip Sabian. So I don't know why the match was changed, but it was. I don't know if it was I don't think it was a glitch because I don't see that happening, but maybe Scorpio Sky didn't want to wrestle or something. I'm just not sure. I really don't know what happened, and I haven't been keeping up with the news to find out why, but it was Commander. This match was awesome. It was really good stuff. Very back and forth. Eventually, Commander wins when he walks the tightrope and hits a really good splash on to Kip Sabian. I was really happy Commander won because I like me some Commander. So there you go. I like Commander, and this was good stuff. I don't really think there was a need for Kip Sabian to win. I think Commander needs to get some momentum behind him, and this is a good way for him to get that because the guy needs. You can't just keep putting a guy out there just to lose. So Commander gets a nice victory here.
I mean, they did just Serpentico.
Yeah. We don't need it. We don't need it.
But I would give you my little 2 cents about wait. You said Kip Sabian won, right?
No, Commander won.
Oh, Commando. Kip Sabian is a fucking loser. He needs some wins.
Yeah, he does.
He's really not bad. The only
Yeah.
time, like I remember, this was like really, really early Dynamite that Kip Sabian was in a program with Joey Janela because apparently Kip stole his girl.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, then after that he returned doing the box gimmick. Then
Yeah.
he returned doing. Then he had a feud with I think it was Orange Cassidy for the
No, it was
international.
Pac. It was
Was it Pac?
Pac. Yeah. It was Pac because he attacked Pac during the trios match when
Oh
it was
yeah. So then he returned to fight Pac and lost. That's hilarious. Then he was going because I remember he was going for the international title once.
Yep.
So then that happened. Lost again like a fucking loser. Then that was basically it. Like other than that, it was just like he was just there. Fucking pitiful.
Yeah, it's just really weird.
Oh,
Like he's like one of the originals of AEW too. Like he won the first singles match of the promotion and all that type of stuff, and now he's just kind of there.
yeah.
Then the show goes downhill from this point.
Like always.
The Kingdom squash Hayden Backlund and Moon J Lee. I think that's how you say that. They win with the tag finisher. It's like a backpack chin breaker insecurity combination. I forget what it's called, but this was a waste of time. I don't understand why they did this. There was no feud that came out of this. It was just a waste of time. Like I'm all for squash matches, but why the hell was this even on the show? It didn't even make sense. It just felt like you were
Remember the
wasting my
Miracle
time.
Mike Bennett?
Yeah.
Remember the Miracle Mike Bennett, bro? He had a lot of he had a lot of potential in TNA, and then he
Act-
left. And then he left and go to WWE just to be a cuck. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Look at him
Actually,
now.
James isn't here for this, but there's a better one that he had, and that was an indie promotion in my ear called Top Rope Promotions. This is the best Mike Bennett match I've ever seen. There's a wrestler named Jason Daniels, and he faces that guy, and that match rules. Like that's the best Mike Bennett I've ever seen him look. Like that's the best Mike Bennett match I've ever seen. Like it's insane.
That is, bro. This man
Yeah.
went from man. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, I do. Let
I guess
him
he did.
go.
Yeah. I guess he
Like,
didn't. So
man, that's some bullshit, bro. Why the yo, bro,
yeah.
bro, all these wrestlers that had a lot of fucking potential, they are now fucking goobers.
Yeah.
Fuck, god damn it, bro. Mike
Then
Bennett had it. He had it all in his hand.
he did.
Well, like it. Well, to be fair, it wasn't his fault, but oh man, there's gonna be another tear coming down soon. Just thinking about this.
Yeah. Don't forget too, they were doing well at Impact under that Auto No More faction too. So I don't know. Yeah,
Hey,
and then they were they were Impact Tag Team Champions, and they made it to Battle for Glory with the belts. Like,
but I want to believe in a miracle. Bro. he he could have had the TNA title, bro. That shit would have been sweet. He had a
Yeah,
cool ass theme song too.
he did. Yeah.
God damn.
Then we had um the Dark Order have a video package. They did a promo where they talk about how they went to war at Death Before Dishonor. I think it was against the Righteous. It looked like, um,
Crew.
and yeah, they came out the other side the winners, and now they say that they're not going to take in any new members. It's either your Dark Order or you're not. So there's that. I didn't really care for this promo. It was kind of whatever. So there you go. Then we had the main event. It was Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose. This is one of those matches that AEW continues to do, and I never care about it. They always try to go back to this match, this feud, and it never works. It's the John Cena, Randy Orton, the Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns
Oh
of
hell yeah!
AEW. Like they always try to hype this up like they have all this history, and nobody ever cares when they have a match. Nobody cares. I was looking at my phone. I was texting producer man doing this. I was just chilling. I was just like, you know what? Someone's got to cover this, but I couldn't be asked to care. I was on Instagram. I was playing games on my phone. I just did not care about this at all. Eventually,
I'm gonna text producer man. Why am I still here?
yeah.
Just to suffer.
This is why I think that everyone was probably wishing Noah was the host, because Noah could have given you more than what I just gave you right there. But that's just what I was doing. So,
bro. I think people like this because it's over here cooling, vibing, and fucking around with the show.
Yeah.
Just having a whole vibe. Yeah, man, I believe you.
Just for context, what feud are we talking about specifically? What match are they doing? That's like Cena and Orton.
Shido and Nyla Rose. Remember, they always try to put them in the match together.
Oh my god! I mean, well, the first match they had was good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. All right. Carry on, I guess.
Wait, one more thing before, because I just tell Zero, because I just told, how good is that Jason Daniels Mike Bennett match from Top Rope? Because that's great stuff.
Oh yeah. It's really good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed that match. It was actually a really good match. I always thought that even though Jason Daniels looked like a mini Christopher Daniels, which is funny, but
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And would you say that's the best Mike Bennett's ever looked in his entire wrestling career? Because I think it is.
Why does he look like shit now? I think he looks alright.
I'm saying in terms of booking wise and stuff. Like he actually looked like he could have contended for a world title.
Oh yeah, for sure.
James,
go ahead.
Do you believe in miracles?
Do I?
I don't think he's gonna get it.
I get the joke. Do I?
Miracle, Mike Bennett.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and I hated every minute of it.
Anyhow, James, get off here because I'm about to talk about Marina Shafir. So get off here before you. Wait!
Hold on.
Bro. Stay here, bro.
Save money and fire her ass. Okay, carry on.
God damn, bro. You don't see no talent. He's talented.
Talent? You calling that fucking shit talent? Are you sure about that? Let me guess. Wait, hold on. I didn't even see the fucking match. Let me just break it down for y'all.
Well,
right?
she wasn't in the match though, so she's just a manager.
Oh, she's a manager. Okay. Did she have a match this week?
She had a match last week, and they had to cover it up.
Okay. I already know the edited botch. Okay, yeah. Never mind. Carry on. Yeah. Just prove my point. But yeah. Oh, she's in the ringside now, so she's a manager. Okay.
No, she screwed something up, James.
Oh, does she?
Sheeta hits the Falcon Arrow off the top rope, and she was supposed to put Nyla Rose's foot on the ropes, and she almost missed the time, and she almost missed the time of getting her foot on the ropes. It was bad.
Bro, I'm telling you, she has potential.
How many years? How many years has she been in the business?
Yes.
Good answer. Very good answer. Okay. Now, if the answer to that question is yes, because she's been in there way too fucking long, The
She started wrestling-
potential is a lie because there is none to be had. Continue.
Okay.
Carry on.
She's been in the business while I have you here for. Hold on.
since August 25th, 2018.
Yo.
Cool. So that just proved my point. Continue, boys.
All right. So continuing.
What a hater.
But yeah,
Yeah,
continuing.
yeah, I am a hater, and I'm proud of it. You know why I'm a hater? Here's the reason I'm a hater. Because I like my wrestlers to look like they're actually hurting each other, but not actually fucking hurt each other. It's called a safe worker, which Marina Shafir is not. She's not. Okay, cool.
But I should torture him more.
Dude, she can't even do a fucking pump handle suplex right. How do you fuck up a basic suplex?
How do you fuck up a sling blade?
How do you fuck up a sling? She
Britt Baker
fucked
did
up
that.
a sling blade?
No, Britt Baker did. Britt Baker.
Oh yeah, Britt Baker does it all the time. I'm not shocked by that.
I'm still trying to figure it out, bro. Can you imagine, like, can you imagine?
She's the face of the company. She's supposed to be the face of the company, by the way, Britt Baker.
yeah.
She's fucking up a slim blade.
A face of the company.
Face of the women's division, apparently.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
fucking up slim blades.
Hey man, I'm telling you now, bro. I can't wait to see Shafir do a Boston Crab.
I think she has she.
Please leave Boston out of this. Please. Don't bring her to our neck of the woods. Don't fucking stoop her. Don't bring her here. Don't bring her here.
I need her to do a Boston Crab.
Yeah.
If she can do it right, she could be a good wrestler. If she can't, there's no hope.
I can fucking do a Boston Crab. What are you talking about? I ain't talking about my WYW character. I'm talking about big old fat me. I'm talking about 306 pounds of fucking me can do a goddamn Boston Crab and not have fucking spinal issues. What do you mean? That's the fucking most fundamental fucking wrestling move anybody can learn on like day one training.
Hey, look, man, I'm telling you. There's a technique in a Boston Crab.
There's the technique. We know she's good in submissions. That's all she's good at.
Then have her do Bloodsport, bro.
Bloodsport? Dude, I saw her Bloodsport. She's just as fucking bad there as she is in AEW. Dude, you can fucking put Josh Barnett as a female in her spot and he'd do 10 times better than her.
He probably would, don't.
Fuck.
He probably would, don't worry. Shit.
Just, like, honestly, fucking fire her and bring in Josh Barnett for fuck's sake. At least you'd be getting your money's worth.
Well, they're not gonna fire her now because Roderick Strong would get pissed. So.
Oh, who gives a fuck? Roddy needs to hear it too. Your wife sucks. She's literally gonna hurt somebody at this rate.
At least she's not like Nia Jax.
Fucking one step away from it. One fucking goddamn Happy Meal away from it. Anyway, continue. I'm done ranting about her, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys are gonna say it all for me.
Yeah, so the finish of the match is Sheeta grabs a kendo stick, she hits Marina Shafir with it, then eventually she lays out Nyla Rose with the katana. Afterwards, Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, and Soraya the Outcast come out, and they have a face-off with Sheeta. And we find out that that's going to be a women's title match on the 200th episode of Dynamite. Bit soon. That's what talk about Russian shit. But you know, again, they just don't know how to come up with storylines with the woman. It's like they forget how to do all the storyline elements that AEW is known for. It's like they don't. It's like memory loss. It's like amnesia when it comes to the women's division. It doesn't exist. Yeah, I don't know. This.
Wait. That was the main event, right?
It was the main event. Yeah, it's the main event. It's the last match. Not just the main event of Rampage. This was the last thing people saw on the whole show. Was this match?
Was Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida with Marina Shafir in the fucking corner.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can quote someone because I went to AEW one year. Come on, it's 10 o'clock. No, come on, it's 10:30. I want to go to bed. That's what someone said when I was at a Rampage one time. They were probably pissed. I would have been pissed if I would have had to sit here and watch this match.
Hey man, the only thing I can say is this, right? If she want to keep wrestling, send her to a dojo.
No, I don't, dude. I don't even think a dojo would fucking help at this point. I think she's a lost cause.
No, like the reason why I said dojo is because they will train you to death.
No, I get that, but like, seriously, how many chances are we gonna give this woman?
Until she
like
goes back in the
first off, the problem with this show is you can book a 1 hour show. Tony's proved it. It's not hard to do. It's not. It's really not. You should be treating these rampages like they're actually important, like they're road twos. That's exactly how this should be done. It's not fucking difficult. You're just choosing not to because you've exhausted your goddamn brain, Tony. That's what this is. You have creatively exhausted yourself because you are running 3 2-hour shows, and you're running another one that's an hour. And so you are letting the hour one just waste away and booking shit haphazardly for the sake of booking it because you don't know what else to do for this show. At that point, it's time to step away, put Will Washington in your fucking spot on Rampage, and make him write the fucking book for the hour-long Rampage.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Seriously. Like, there is already too much wrestling as it is. At least make the shit good. How is Nyla Rose in the main event? What the fuck has she done? And I love Nyla. But what have you done booking-wise to make her look like she's a legitimate main eventer? Nothing. Hikaru Shida, you may have a case for. Fair. But paired with the right opponent. Fucking Nyla ain't that it. Like, I'm not saying she isn't a good wrestler. We know she's a good wrestler. She's much better than fucking Marina Shafir. But you're having her come out with this bitch. On top of the fact that we've seen this match 100 fucking times. Like fucking clockwork, the goddamn shit. Now you're gonna put this bitch in? I don't even care if she's not wrestling. If I saw Marina Shafir on my television screen, you know what I'm doing? If I'm in that arena, I'm going to fuck home. I'm going to fuck home.
Good thing if you're at Rampage, I think the Rampage in Boston was the match where she faced Chris Statlander for the TBS Women's Championship.
Oh,
so you
fucking... Oh, yeah, I would have been gone. I would have been gone. Are you kidding me? They main evented Marina Shafir against... fucking... Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys... No dojo system is gonna fucking fix that. Like, and even, and I'll tell you exactly why, Zero, that won't be the fucking case. Because she's an MMA fighter first and foremost. So so everything that they're gonna teach her is just gonna teach her how to fucking do MMA anyway. Which she's already good at. She's not good at actually wrestling. She doesn't know how to put a fucking... She doesn't know how to do the simple, basic, fundamental things in wrestling. Like tell a fucking story. She has no fucking clue. Not a fucking clue. And the most basic shit she's fucked people up on. And the most complex shit she's fucked people up on. The only thing she's good at doing is submission holds. And even then, they're complicated as fuck to set up. And she doesn't know how to transition to them smoothly. She's trying to be Dean Malenko, and she looks like fucking... What's that fucking jobber's name from WCW? The one that had blonde hair, looked like Jericho. Whoever the fuck that guy is.
I really wouldn't know.
Because he was just as fucking awful. Like, she's awful, dude. Seriously, there's no hope for this woman. Just accept that and move on. Like, at least you had some fucking hope with Brandy. They just squandered it because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, including Brandy herself. This ain't that situation. She just does not get it. She will not get it. I'm not trying to be like a pessimistic asshole, but like, at some point, when is enough enough? Does somebody have to fucking break their neck while she's in the goddamn ring? Is that what it's gonna fucking take? She's damn near already concussed people, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So, like, fuck, it's time to be done. This project has failed horrendously. Take the L and fucking fire her. Hire somebody else that's worth the goddamn money you're paying her. I'm sorry to be that asshole, but somebody has to say it, and I'm not afraid to, so there it is.
Anyhow, let's get back to basics. Rampage is average. It was a C-. It's a really average show there. I don't even know what you would grade it 0 because you only saw one match. So,
bro, that one match made me cry.
Yeah, don't make Zero cry. Don't make him cry.
That's crazy. How you?
Don't make him cry.
But yeah. So, Collision happened, right? And,
yeah.
What a fucking well,
best show of the week. Collision's awesome. It took place on July 29th, 2023. We had the code open. The tag champs and Better Than You Babies did promos, and Darby Allin did a promo saying that he was looking for a fight. So that was all interesting stuff. Then it shows the intro. And then we have the actual show itself. It kicked off with a ladder match for Andrade El Idolo's mask. It was Buddy Matthews with Julia Hart versus Andrade El Idolo. This was a hell of a match here. Andrade El Idolo dominated early. He threw Buddy Matthews around into ladders and barricades. Eventually, he does an Arahawa moonsault onto Buddy Matthews off of a ladder onto the floor on the outside. And then he throws Buddy Matthews shoulder first into a ladder. And then eventually he had to run in double knees into the ladder. And then Buddy Matthews throws a ladder at Andrade El Idolo. And during the picture-in-picture ad break, he has to have Dr. Sampson pop his shoulder back in, which was just insane.
Fucking G, bro.
Yeah. And Buddy Matthews just continues to dominate. He throws Andrade El Idolo into ladders back and forth. He slingshots him into a ladder. And then he sets a ladder up onto the and bridges it across the announce table. I forgot to mention on commentary for Collision was Ian Riccaboni and Nigel McGuinness. Selfishly, I'm actually kind of starting to like these two together on commentary for Collision. I would like it to stay this way, but I don't think it's going to stay this way. I think once the G1's over, Kevin Kelly will be back, which I guess that wouldn't be a bad for Zero. It'd be a bad thing, but I just think Ian Riccaboni and Nigel McGuinness have just they've just found their chemistry together on commentary. I don't think you should ignore that, but I can understand if you want to have Kevin Kelly because you're paying him a lot of money. It doesn't really make sense to not get use of that investment. I thought JR was coming back here because he did a thing on his podcast saying that he was ready to come back and do commentary work, but he wasn't back yet, so he's probably coming back soon. And he said Collision is going to be where he's going to be now.
Yeah.
I think he said though he would have to sacrifice like football or something on Friday nights, but not Friday nights, Saturday nights. But he said he's willing to make that sacrifice if he wants to, be on Collision. So that could be a good commentary team, I guess. Kevin Kelly,
Jim Ross, and Nigel McGuinness. Yeah,
we've seen a taste of Jim Ross and Nigel during NXT UK days when they did the United Kingdom Championship special and during the Tyler Bate Pete Dunne match at NXT TakeOver Chicago, and they did really well. Right. So
I'm gonna be real. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you move JR in that spot, it muddies the fucking waters. It does. We have to say enough's enough with JR.
Yeah, I agree.
It needs to be done. Just let him. I know he wants to, but at some point you just have to say you can't. Even if he doesn't want to, make him sit out. At the very least, if you want to use him in the sit-down interviews. That's the best use of him right now. That's the only thing he's good for. I hate to be that guy, because I love JR. But like, dude, he almost died. Do we forget about that? He almost died last time he tried to go on Collision.
Yep.
Because he fucking wanted to do his job. And meanwhile, they probably should have called an audible and not have him appear at all. Because it brought down that fucking match. That was the last time we saw JR. I'm not saying you make that be his lasting memory. If you want to fucking have him do one-offs every now and again, fine. But absolutely not for a weekly fucking thing. No way. You're gonna run that fucking dude to the grave. Even if he wants to do it.
I'll probably just have him for like pay-per-views.
Yeah. Pay-per-views are the best use for him. If you're gonna use them on commentary, yeah.
Since like they're not doing like monthly, doing like every few months. Yeah. So
I wouldn't even say every pay-per-view like either. Not even every pay-per-view, like maybe just doing the main event or something, because there's times where he can't even commentate whole shows sometimes type of thing. So
like the dude was commentating while battling cancer at one point. Like, I understand he loves this, but at some point, man, like, you gotta sit down with yourself, or somebody's gotta sit your ass down and be like, dude, this ain't it no more. Thank you for your contributions. I'm not saying we want to get rid of you, but you need to do something else. And if you don't want to do that, something else, I gotta let you go. Because he's a liability to Tony now. That's another thing that Tony, I don't think, even realizes. He's a liability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just, like, being pessimistic or whatever, but I think it's a bit much to have him even consider him being back on the booth after what happened last time.
Yeah. But anyhow, continuing with the breakdown of the ladder match. Buddy Matthews did a really good splash on the ladder, and it was cool because like the top of the announce table broke when that happened, so that was awesome. There was a couple of high knees. Andrade Alito mounted his comeback, and the match just gets absolutely insane. We have a Spanish fly onto a ladder. We have a high knee, just a ton of them, and eventually handcuffs get brought out, and Julia Hart handcuffs Andrade Alito to the turnbuckle, and she's teasing him with it. Buddy Matthews goes to grab a chair. Andrade Alito kicks the chair, and this causes Julia Hart to drop the key, and Andrade Alito catches it. He's able to unlock himself, and he handcuffs Buddy Matthews to the turnbuckle, and he's teasing Buddy Matthews with the key. He throws the key into the crowd, which was pretty damn funny. And Nigel McGuinness even he was even saying to the fans, "Throw the key back. This isn't fair." Like, it was hilarious. And Julia Hart pulls out bolt cutters, and she's not able to cut him free, but this is enough for Buddy Matthews to break it. Julia Hart locks a sleeper hole when Andrade Alito tries to grab his mask, and Buddy Matthews comes up the other side, and he gets knocked down by Andrade Alito, and Andrade Alito is able to fight off the sleeper hold. He pushes Julia Hart off the ladder, and he lands into through a table that was set up in the corner onto Buddy Matthews, and Andrade Alito grabs his mask, and he wins the ladder match. This was a hell of a ladder match. It was absolutely awesome. It reminded me of the WrestleMania 10 ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, mixed in with some of the crazy ladder matches you see nowadays. I thought it was awesome stuff. The only thing I didn't like was they didn't really let the moment play out when Andrade Alito won. He just wins, and then they just cut to the next segment. Like, they didn't really let it play out. I would have liked to have seen Andrade Alito celebrate, because this meant a lot to him, and they didn't really do that here. But yeah. How do you feel about this, Zero? Where do you think this feud's over between House of Black and Andrade Alito, or do you think there's going to be more that happens with it?
This feud should not end with this. The feud should basically end with Malachi Black versus Andrade. That's the only way you can end this. You can't just have your henchmen like be there and just do whatever, bro. You gotta have your group. Because this is a really good match. The spot when Andrade was like, "Bye, bitch,"
Yeah.
you can push us through. I'm like, God damn, that's cruel. Because
Yeah.
it's like because I'm all in for equal rights. That's the best way I can say it. Like I'm all in for equal rights, especially since you decided to be, a nuisance and like you want to interfere. Okay, goodbye. Just fucking shoves her off. Just land on land on poor Buddy Matthews and went through a table. Yeah, but I want to see more of my boy Buddy. He is too good.
Yeah.
I like him, bro. And then I hope we get Andrade against Malachi, and the winner gets to have the mask or some shit. I don't know. Just have them run it back. But like, that's all I want at this point. Like, I want them to run it back because their match was fucking awesome. So yeah, and for the House of Black, they could either focus on their trio styles or they could try to recruit him. Because one thing I do want is I kind of want them to recruit Andrade, but at the same time, I kind of want this to end on some sort of victory, I guess. But I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah. Um.
Where's my water? Oh,
Yeah, but this has been awesome stuff. Next, Miro gets interviewed. Um, Tony Schiavone is asking him what this war meant, that he said he was going to war with somebody, and he gets attacked from behind with a chair by Aaron Solo. He just beats him up. Miro fights back from this. He throws Aaron Solo into like these poles that were backstage, and they just all tip over, and he just beats the crap out of Aaron Solo. And afterwards, he's just yelling for Schiavone, and then he just never shows up. The segment just ends.
Siobhan?
So, yeah, it was hilarious. It's looking like Miro is going to be feuding with QTV. If I had to make a guess, I think it's going to be with Powerhouse Hobbs, because if you remember a few weeks ago, it might have been last week. I don't remember exactly what it was,
He's still.
but
Oh yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs still whatever he wanted from QT. I wonder what he because I still haven't like
yeah.
dissect what he means by that.
But I'm happy that Miro was finally in a feud. It finally needed to happen. And how did you feel about this? And do you think it's going to be Powerhouse Hobbs that gets into this, or do you think it's going to mainly just be like a feud between QT Marshall and Miro type of
Giovanni!
thing?
But like, bro, I love how Miro was about to answer a question but get fucking ambushed
Yeah.
and then proceeds to whoop his ass.
Dude was just hit. Like we should mention, he was hitting the back of the head with a chair and still whooped the guy's ass too.
This
Like,
man was beating the dog shit. That shit, but he was getting his ass whooped. And then he pulled out a Uno reverse card and just proceeded. That is hilarious.
yeah,
I never seen anything go like I from all my years of watching wrestling. I never seen anybody recover from an ass whooping to proceed to whoop the guy who tried to beat him up. That is that is
oh, he can't contain himself. He can't take his headphones off. It's that bad. Like,
bro. Just thinking about it is the funniest shit. I've never seen anybody do that in pro wrestling. Is
and again, it's a
that made Miro look so strong unintentionally.
and again, I repeat this again. Like you said, it's not like he just got his ass kicked. The dude got hit in the back of the head with a chair and still whooped the dude's ass right
Yeah,
after
that shit
that.
is crazy. Like I never seen that before. It is like it's like yes, it's the most simplest shit, but it's hilarious because
Yeah.
it's like, how this man gonna ambush him and beat him with a chair, but then you got your ass whooped by just right off the bat. That is crazy. That is
Rest in peace.
unfortunate. Rest
Rest
in
in peace. Rest in
not
peace, Aaron
rest.
Solo's credibility. I can
No,
say
no,
that.
no, no. Not rest in peace. Rest in piss. The fuck. Jesus Christ.
uh, like yeah.
Yeah, well,
I think. What did you think? Do you think this is leading to Mio versus Powerhouse Hobbs, or do you think that like
I would
Powerhouse
love to
Hobbs?
see it. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Just, but I don't know what about to do.
Next we had Darby Allin looking for a fight. At first, I was thinking, okay, he's gonna come out here. He's gonna have like some type of enhancement match. No, who comes out? None other than Minoru Suzuki. And I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this happened. Like,
Before you continue, fuck Darby Allin for ruining the entrance.
yeah,
I was so mad at it.
so was I.
Like, really, come on, bro. I was
Everyone
really
booed it too, actually, when it happened
right.
too. And the fans were pissed. Like,
Right. He's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, Kyle's on
yeah,
the what? I'm like, oh, man.
I didn't get to hear that. I was so mad because we don't get to hear it that much. Well, at least I don't, anyway, because I don't have a lot of time to watch New Japan and stuff. So,
Well, I'm currently Suzuki is he's freelance, so he's doing whatever the fuck he wants at this point.
yes, and who's gonna tell
And
him? You're gonna tell him
and
no?
and let me say this: Suzuki has an up. I swear to God, I love DDT so fucking much, but he's gonna have a match in DDT, and let me tell you, he's gonna have a match against the owner of Cyberfight. Well, the guy who also runs DDT and Noah. Uh, well, his name is Akagi. I forgot his
Okay.
I forgot his first name. Not Shingo. It's somebody else. So he's having a match against him in a Falls Count Anywhere match in a bullet train.
What? You already have my money with Minoru Suzuki just having a match, and then you hear.
Let me tell you something. That is not the first time they had a match. That's not the first time they had a match together, bro. You want to know the last match me, Kuzan, on Melter Mondays, we was watching it. It was him against Takagi in the Tokyo Dome, in the baseball field, in the Tokyo Dome. No ring, an empty arena. It was wrestling all over the empty Tokyo Dome.
Oh
On
my
the
gosh!
baseball field. They wrestle all over the arena to the point. I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. There was a fake Shinsuke and a fake Hiroshi Tama.
What the hell?
Bro, it was random as motherfuckers just there. Suzuki, there was a fat guy, right? I thought I saw James in the match. I thought I saw James in the match, right? He was a fat fuck, right? He was trying to go toe to toe against Suzuki, right? Suzuki turned around, he like it just proceeds to beat his ass and throw him down the stairs.
Oh my gosh!
Like, bro, like this bullet train match, bro. I'm watching that. I love DDT. That they are just matter of fact. Let me show you the poster. I'm about to send it to you.
Yeah, you can send me in on Discord.
Yeah,
But
fine.
breaking down the match. So yeah, as you said, Darby Allin completely cuts off, unfortunately, Minoru Suzuki's entrance. He starts off the match really aggressively against Minoru Suzuki. He hits a suicide dive on the outside. He hits a run-in crossbody from the apron. He grabs a chair, he sits Minoru Suzuki down onto it, and then he hits a running double stomp while he's sitting down onto the chair. And the match officially finally starts. I didn't even realize it did. And Darby gets a near 2 count on Minoru Suzuki. And then eventually Minoru Suzuki just takes his head off with a clothesline. And Darby Allin regretted his life choices. Minoru Suzuki just picks him apart throughout the picture-in-picture break. Just suplexes, sleeper holds, MMA submissions, just you name it. It was happening. Penalty kicks. At one point, he has a run and punt while Darby Allin's on the apron. And eventually, Darby Allin mounts a comeback. He gets a springboard coffin drop. And Minoru Suzuki, the first time, locks him into a sleeper hold. And let's see this. That poster looks really cool, actually. Okay.
Like, so the match is going to be from the station, taste start to a whole nother place.
Okay.
The match is going to happen during the whole train ride.
That'd be awesome. I might sit down and watch that September 18th.
I'm going to lose, but fuck it. I'm going to lose it if I see. Because the last match they had, it was some rant. Jun Kasai showed up. He was mopping the floor. And then they pushed him. And then he was like, what the fuck you want, bro? He grabbed the ladder, put somebody on the table, and jumped on it. What the fuck is going on? It was random shit, but go on.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm definitely gonna have to tune into this match. Then Darby Allin, so Darby Allin's locked into the sleeper hold. Minoru Suzuki tries to go for the power driver, but Darby Allin counters. They exchange roll-ups, and eventually Darby Allin goes for the coffin drop. Minoru Suzuki counters into the sleeper hold, and it looks like Darby's going to go out, but he reverses it. He turned it into a pin of his own, and Darby Allin wins. And Minoru Suzuki's upset about this. He thought, that he went out due to the sleeper hold. He's throwing shit around, but he doesn't actually go back in and attack Darby Allin. He just leaves pissed. He goes after the ref mainly. And then afterwards, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come up on the screen, and they congratulate Darby Allin on an impressive performance, and they said that now he looks like he's ready to face us for our TNT Championship. But he questions Darby Allin, thinking that he has too much stuff going on, and he needs to make sure that his focus is where it needs to be, and that's on the TNT Championship. Because if not, he's going to expose Darby Allin and completely, drown him and all that type of stuff. It was a pretty decent promo by Christian Cage. He even says that he's going to make sure that he never competes for the TNT title ever again, which I think I would like that. But yeah, do you agree with Christian Cage here? Do you think Darby Allin, is ready for the TNT title match, or do you think he has too many other distractions going on? And do you think this is the last we've seen of Minoru Suzuki in AEW? Do you think he'll be back? And how do you feel about how do you think they're going to do a rematch? Because obviously it wasn't a definitive win by Darby Allin here. So what do you think?
If Darby ever faced Suzuki in a straightforward match, he might end up dying. He's gonna fucking be in a casket for real. Fuck the coffin drop. You're gonna get coffin drop. But all I want is Darby to stop going for that fucking belt. Go for something bigger and better. Hell, I don't care if you gotta do a tag team, bro. You need to stop going for this bum ass belt, bro. But that's his choice. He wants to do it. Okay, cool. But the match was alright for what it is. And they are keeping him, not making him lose by a fatality by Murder Grandpa. So that's a start.
That's good.
Yeah, it really should be an achievement for us. I survived Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah,
but
just barely survived though.
Barely, yeah. Yes, for sure. Barely. But I kind of hope that right after this, We're after. Okay, Christian's going to win. Just call it a spade a spade. Christian's going to retain the belt some way, somehow, and it's going to lead to feud because you do need to keep your champion look like a champion. Well, allegedly a champion, but I don't know what else to say because this is just at this point it's just like whatever. But I just hope they know what. Probably don't, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't think you answered the. I had to take my headphones on to shut my AC for a second. Did you answer the? Do you think Darby Allin has too much things going on with the Swerve Strickland calling
Oh
out
fuck
for a
yeah!
fight?
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah! Like yeah, he has too much going on. He has to deal with Swerve. He got to deal with his friend betraying him because because if you know what, Darby, why you got yourself in this fucking mess?
Yeah.
What? Just be a wrestler.
I mean, you have this TNT title match, and you just have too many of these distractions going on and all
Yeah,
that type
like
of
all
stuff.
this shit going on, bro. What the fuck's going on, man?
And then you did say Christian Cage, but you forget to mention that it's actually Wardlow that's the TNT champion. So you did think Christian Cage is going to be
You
the
mean
guy that?
Luchasaurus?
Oh yeah, I said Wardlow.
Still Wardlow.
He hasn't even been around for a while, but
Okay.
Luchasaurus is actually the TNT champion. Do you think it's going to be Christian Cage that versus Darby Allin for the belt instead of
Imagine,
Wardlow?
imagine.
Yeah, and then Christian Cage lose the
Was
belt. What will Luchasaurus say about that? You know, he
you
lost the
think?
belt.
Okay, this is whatever. Right? Christian, he's if Christian loses, I don't think the belt's gonna be on the line. I think because when Luchasaurus first won the belt and then Christian says that he's the champion. What I thought initially what they're going to do is a handicap match for the
Yeah, me
title,
too.
but they never did it. I feel like this might be one of those occasions. If not, but I don't know what they're about to do. Maybe
Yeah,
like the lucky guess is Wardlow. Probably, I mean, fucking damn it, Owen.
I
Now
know.
you
I
got me
see.
saying Owen. Now you got me saying
Wardlow, not
yeah.
Owen.
But fuck, I'm all fucked up today. But like I do see losing, and Christian is going to have Luchasaurus fight his battles. If not, maybe a handicap match
Yeah,
uh, with one stipulation: if you can't, if you pin Christian, you don't get the title. You got to pin the real champion, but that's too much work. So
yeah. Next match was Samoa Joe versus Gravity. Um,
what a fucking yikes! This
yeah.
match was.
Gravity gets some offense in the beginning. But eventually Samoa Joe he goes for a crossbody and misses. Samoa Joe moves out of the way, the
I love
typical
that.
way. And he actually mocks Gravity's like walk that he does into the wind, like he's walking on the moon type of thing. Like Samoa Joe completely mocked it. Then eventually he just destroys Gravity. He hits the muscle buster onto him and just pins him, and that was that. I liked this. Made Samoa Joe look strong. They mentioned on commentary that apparently they're doing this tournament on ROH.
Yeah,
It's like the ROH World TV title eliminator like tournament, and
yeah.
Gravity just wanted the first match in it, and whoever wins faces Joe
And
for the
he
belt.
and he lost this match, bro.
And then that gives away the fact he's not winning that tournament now. There's no
That
way
is
he's winning.
I just realized that. That is fucks. Bro. What the fuck are you doing? Yo. So let me get this straight.
Yeah, say this. Go ahead.
So you have Gravity. Okay, Gravity won one of the rounds in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
So you have Gravity versus Samoa Joe on a random episode of Collision, and have this nigga get geeked out. Are you serious, bro? What? This man literally just got geeked. He had a jobber entrance, and you hyped him up as a winner of the round of the tournament, and he just shows up. Samoa Joe over here geeking him out. He has on top row. He jumps. Samoa Joe just walks off like, what the fuck, bro? Get this man out my face.
Mocking his walk too as it's doing
And choking him out, bro.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I love wrestling. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what the funny thing is? It's gonna be hilarious if Gravity wins the tournament and then the match is
If
actually
he
competitive.
wins the tournament, I'm losing. I'm done. You already got him there, bro. But I
Like,
was with this because I want to mention this. It's mostly about Samoa Joe. So Twisted Metal, the TV show came out on
yeah,
Peacock. Samoa Joe is perfect. His shit was good. Even though he's not the one poisoning Sweet Tooth, they're just using his body because he has a menace to society.
yeah.
So he did really good in on the show. So yeah, good shit.
Did you hear on doing WWE Raw this week? They they aired an advertisement for it and they edited out Samoa Joe's character.
Why you gotta be this petty, bro?
This happened. I'm not making this up. Like
That sounds like something they would do.
Even when Vince is down in the hospital bed, he'll say no showing the competition under any circumstances, even if it's something that will not directly be competition to the brand.
You have to be this fucking petty over it. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to wrestling. It's petty all the time.
What a hilarious match! What a hilarious match this was. Gravity. I want to go back to this because I still can't believe this. So Gravity gets a jobber entrance. We find out during the match. Ian Riccaboni mentions that on he's in a tournament. He wins the first round of the tournament of a number one contenders eliminated tournament for the ROH TV title. He faces the champion here and gets jobbed out. Like, what the hell? The hell is going on anymore?
He got geeked the fuck out and getting mocked by some. I love wrestling, bro.
I want him to win the tournament. I want him to win the tournament now because of this too.
Yes, I want him to win the tournament. just to fight Joe again and get geeked out again. I love wrestling, bro.
Yeah, this show's good. I forgot to mention, by the way, I have to change my letter grade for Rampage because I did say that there was something that happened. Oh, that because Serpentico was there, so my letter grade for Rampage has to go up to a C now. I forgot to mention because I think I was in a bad mood and I forgot to. So it was a C minus. So
just seeing Serpentico just makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
At least I know I'm not a loser. Jesus Christ, bro.
Then we have some.
I hope Serpentico, like, in all seriousness, I want him to not change his ways. Just be a fucking loser for the rest of your life, bro. Because at least you're making people feel like, man, this man's great.
Dude needs to be in the G1 and just fucking lose all his matches in the G1.
He's going to lose to Toru Yano. And Toru Yano is not even taking this tournament seriously. He's just going to... No. I want to see him against... I want him and Sonata to go 1-1, right? And
Yeah.
Sonata just put him in a paradise lock and just leave him there for the whole rest of the night. Do not even get him out. Just leave him in the ring.
Oh, so Pentago's awesome. He's awesome.
He is.
I would like him to be in the ROH TV title tournament and Joe just to drop him out worse than Gravity.
Oh hell yeah!
Spanish Announce Project.
Oh hell
yeah! Viva!
S.A.P.
That's awesome. Continuing with Collision, we had the AEW Women's Championship hype where Toni Storm just cut a promo on Hikaru Shida. It's kind of whatever, just whatever. What do you think of this?
Give me another card, dickhead. Oh shit! Oh nothing.
Yeah, nothing. That's what this was. It was nothing. Then we get the best thing of the whole show, other than the main event. CM Punk comes out to cut a promo. He comes out with the red bag that he came out from the first episode of Collision, and he gets booed heavily out of the building. But he can't even cut a promo. He's just aghast about the reaction that he's getting. And yeah. And he talks about he mentions All In. He's the first competitor to mention that, and he says, a lot of people ask me if I'm going to wrestle All In. Well, let's see what happens right now. And then he talks about how when he came here back to AEW, he mentions that he brought out this bag and no one knew what this bag meant. And he talks about Ricky Starks some more. He mentions that Ricky Starks has 2 up on CM Punk. He beat him in the Owen Hart finals, and he said that he's able to accept that. And he said that, but he was disappointed. And then he says he lost last week, but he was mainly pissed for Darby Allin, not so much for himself. And he says that he can live with the fact that he lost, but can Ricky Starks live with the fact that he's going to be known as a cheater? And then CM Punk says that this brings him to what's in this bag, because everyone's been wondering what's in this bag. And he reveals it, and it's the AEW World Championship that he won back at All Out. He talks about how he won this championship. Nobody beat him for it. And he says he makes a reference to Brawlouts, where he mentions that he woke up and they just stripped him from it and stuff. And everyone booed when he referenced that, because I think a lot of people don't really want to, remember that. They want
a new Bugatti.
Yeah. And he spray paints the belt with his X symbol, and he talks about how he's the best in the world. He mentions he does all of his heel promos pretty much, and he calls himself the Real World Champion. They're doing basically the Ric Flair gimmick when he came to WWF, when he was with the WCW World Title. They're basically doing that gimmick. Then Ricky Starks comes out and says, hold up. I need to get in on this, but he says that he wants to have a proper entrance, so he's gonna go backstage and he tells everyone to pretend that like they didn't see him. And I love this because when he makes his entrance, Nigel McGuinness made a comment before he came out, and then he got all happy, said, "Oh, what a surprise! I didn't say he's gonna be here." It was really funny. And Ricky Starks talks about how he's beaten CM Punk twice. He talks about how an amazing talent he is, and he said that he's owed a shot at the World Championship because he deserves it. And he says that he beat CM Punk, and he said that he could beat him any day of the week. And CM Punk makes the challenge to a match next week on Collision, and he says that he's already picked the referee, and Ricky Starks is fine with this. And he says that no matter what the referee is, he could beat CM Punk. He goes to leave, and CM Punk has Tony Schiavone reveal who the referee is. And Tony Schiavone reveals that the referee is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They mentioned that there's a history there because Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in ROH used to ref Punk's matches, and he never cheated in his entire career. He always keeps the match fair. So that's why this is important. I think they're doing the match next week because next week's Collision's going up against SummerSlam, and they want to try to load that show as much as possible because they realize the ratings are going to take a big hit that week. I'm kind of worried about where the ratings are going to be because they're in the 5,000. They're in 5K right now. I'm really worried what the ratings will be like since it's SummerSlam week. But
move the fucking night. Continue. Sorry.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so for the SummerSlam thing, we already know. Let's be honest. I'm watching SummerSlam regardless, bro.
Yeah, Collision's not going to do very well next week. It's going to be bad.
Like, yes, yes, they're gonna take a big hit, but that's actually to be expected. It's SummerSlam, so it will be kind of bad, but at the same time, what can you do, bro? Like, you gotta ask the network for permission to, like, move the fucking night because they have their shit already like set up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's tough.
If
but
I was AEW, I'll just hold this L. Okay, man.
No, I don't know. Like it doesn't seem like they're willing to try though, because they were told it was Saturdays. I don't know how much they actually fought for a different night. I don't think they fought hard at all. And it's not like they haven't proved they could beat NXT because they fucking slaughtered them last time.
They did.
You know what I mean? Just put it on Tuesday night. I don't get it.
And this was the good era of NXT, by the way, that they slaughtered. The black and gold one.
Yeah. Yeah, they were decimating them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like if it's me, like I just try to move it to Tuesdays. I don't know what they're thinking with this Saturday bullshit.
Because wrestling hasn't had a Saturday night in like forever. That's probably one of the reasons.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a big reason for that. Because pay-per-views are always on the weekend. Number one. Number two, it's because people have shit to do that isn't wrestling on the weekends anyway.
But you're also missing out on one thing, though.
Yeah.
Back when they was doing Saturday nights, it was getting good ratings.
It's not getting good ratings now, though.
Now it's not, but they want to bring back one of the old shits. So that's one of the reasons why.
Well,
Saturday.
Again, I've said for a while, ratings don't mean anything, right? Like they don't in the Nielsen thing. But when you accumulate how much they've lost in Nielsen alone, then it fucking matters. You're telling me that they have 2 primetime shows every week and they can't even break 1 million on either of them? That's a fucking problem. That's a huge fucking problem. Like, that ain't good. Like, and every metric has been down. Owen, how long ago did we have that conversation? Like, people want to say, like, they don't matter, but when they're this low, do they really not matter?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago we had this conversation, I think.
Yeah, I brought it up on Open Mic Night, too. I'll bring it up here. It's a worrying fucking sign right now. None of their shows are breaking the million right now. None of them. The only reason they even have 800,000 on Honor Hub is because it was fucking grandfathered in, pretty much. So, like, shit. I don't know, man. Like, it is worrying that the ratings are the way they are, and then Turner thinks it's a smart idea to put their ass on fucking Collision. How well did that work out on Thunder when they put them on Thursday night, by the way? Yeah, it didn't fucking bankrupt them creatively or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But anyhow, hell of a segment here. What did you think of this segment? Do you think this is going to be now the belt that is going to be the main world title for Collision? How do you feel about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat coming in to be the referee? And CM Punk connected this week. He cut a fiery promo. Do you think this is going to be the turnaround for CM Punk's AEW career since being back now and everything?
All right, so a lot of people was expecting what's in the bag to be the old world title. That's basically to be expected because he did technically he never lost a belt. That is true. He never lost that belt. So in kayfabe, you probably could actually see that. Damn, you could probably see that. Since he never lost a belt, he probably going to be doing something like this. This was to be expected, and I'm actually down for it because we all know what that leads to. Unification, baby.
Yep.
But if they want to do this, they could turn this into another belt. Maybe collision belt, and the world championship be a dynamite belt. Maybe do brand split. Maybe do world heavyweight championship and an AEW championship, or maybe
That is not a bad idea at all. What you're recommending, I actually did that for my Journey of Wrestling thing before there was any drama. You could call one belt the global title, the other one the world title. It means the same thing, but it's different branding. So that could work.
like 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 that's something they could do, but that's what they want. But it all depends how this goes, because
Yeah.
because like it's like this could go either way. But my main question is, what is with spray paint now? Why is everybody doing a spray paint fucking gimmick? The Outcasts did it. Trey Miguel from like Impact Wrestling, and now CM Punk, bro. What the?
Yeah. Everyone's just obsessed with spray paint.
But
Like,
it did cross my mind, since what if this causes a new version of the straight edge, a society?
yeah, I like
But
that.
who is straight edge in the company? You know, it's
Darby Allin is. Um,
that's one.
CM Punk, obviously. There's got to be another one in
That's
there.
still one. Probably nobody else. No.
Yeah, there probably is somebody else. I just can't think of him at the
Yeah.
moment. Maybe Stin
But
is, but I feel like Stin's winding his career down. So,
mhm.
um,
but like but that's just a little thought. A little a playful thought. But but this could lead to like either a, or maybe just all roads leads to all out for the unification. Because what they could do now is, because Adam Cole and ten, okay, Adam Cole 10 MJF on All In, 10 All Out. The winner goes up against CM Punk.
yep.
And then there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. That's just a little thought, a little playful thought. But
And
yeah.
then what about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat coming in and being the special guest referee for the Stokes Punk match?
Oh, I don't fucking care.
There you go.
like like it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I really don't care. Yeah.
Then we had a trios match. It was the Guns and Juice Robinson versus Darius Mountain, Action Andretti, and El Hijo del Vikingo. This match ruled just action all over the place. During the picture-in-picture, they pull out um a stand-in because Jay White couldn't be there. I don't know why, but I forget. But he wasn't there, and they had like a not like a statue, but the stand-up paper thins
That's
of Jay White,
hilarious.
and yeah, they were like counting the abs and all that type of stuff, and eventually, um, the club when the Golden Bullet Club Gold,
Mhm.
um they beat Darius Mountain with a um the flapjack into the pay dirt for the win. by the Guns, and that was basically it. This match was absolutely awesome, though. Action all around, which is funny because there's a guy named Action Andretti in the match, so there better be action all around. And yeah, just Bullet Club Gold just continue to build themselves up as a proper stable for Collision. How do you feel this match went down?
When the fuck are they going to release Kingo's theme song? Because okay, so funny story about his song, right?
Yeah.
Because the, the original version is actually from the Warcraft movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's called Warcraft from the movie Warcraft. So yeah, so it's actually not a bad song, but here's my problem, right? If Vikingo is the mega champion, which is their world title, why the fuck is he losing, bro? What the fuck? What
Well, at
the
least he didn't take
fuck?
the pin. At least he didn't take the pin in this match, so
That
that's.
doesn't make it. That doesn't make it any better, bro. He still lost. A loss is a loss, and I hate seeing the fact that this man, this fucking Mexican, this talented Mexican, is eating losses. He is so fucking good. I
Yeah,
actually like him,
yeah,
and I
he's
want
awesome.
him to go up against Ninja back one day. But bro, he, I don't want him to lose as a world champion of another promotion, especially if they're working with that promotion. I don't want them to literally lose. It's basically bringing their title down, in my opinion. But it's just like, damn. But to be fair, that is a crazy ass. Uh, that is a crazy ass trio.
Yeah.
Top flight. They are top flight. I don't care what anybody else is
Okay.
because that dumbass. But
Yeah, Action, Andretti, Dante, Darius, and Aerofox might as well just make a fucking stable of top flight. Add Matt Seidel too, and like they're all the same. They're all the
Well,
same faction. It's all the same thing.
call them.
AR Fox not anymore because he's a heel. Because
Oh,
he's
he's
a heel.
heel. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, boo. Oh well.
just call them vanilla midgets, and they'll be
No, no, Kevin Nash. It no.
but like I would say this though. No, that's actually not the craziest stable. The fucking craziest stable. Well, the most craziest a team I saw was uh Vikingo, Phoenix, Tempenta. That is a
Mm. Yeah,
crazy
that's
ass joint. But
yeah, it is.
but I would say this though. Yeah, that was a match. Juice Robinson being Juice Robinson. Wow. And yeah, what
So
more to
then,
say?
yeah, I do kind of agree because it is weird because Vikingo just beat Kenny Omega recently too, and it's weird that he
Yeah,
lost. So, like, he
I
beat Kenny
hate that.
Omega in the main event of Triple A's show.
Triple
So
Mania. Yeah,
yeah, so
good match.
yeah. Um, Then we had the one woman's match of the entire show. It was Kiera Hogan versus Mercedes Martinez, two women who haven't been on TV. I don't even know how long. I'm gonna say they're on ROH, but still, I haven't seen them, so that doesn't count.
Mercedes and Ring of Honor
Yeah.
don't really watch Ring of Honor because
So
I have
again,
a life.
they haven't been on free TV. They're not doing anything in AEW, so they were just here, randomly thrown together in a match. And I'm not one of those people that complains about that type of stuff. Like sometimes it's okay just to watch wrestling, but like
Yeah,
they're not investing anything into these characters though. They were just having a match. No one cared about the match. I didn't care about it. I was on my phone though for this match. So it's
most of
like,
the time when that happened, my first reaction is, "Where the fuck you been?"
yeah,
Like that's my immediate first reaction. Where have you been, bro?
but
Fuck everything else. Where have you? Where were you when most?
yeah. Uh, Mercedes Martinez wins with a finisher. Then she beats up Kara Hogan some more. And then Statlander comes out to make the save. And it doesn't last long. She gets blindsided from behind. And Mercedes Martinez hits her off the head with the TBS Women's title. And then, because, Statlander's a dumb baby face.
Babyface.
And then Willow Nightingale runs out. And, Willow Nightingale runs out and chases off Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez just randomly turned heel for no reason. Just like, wow. Okay. And then Ian Riccaboni was mentioning on commentary, oh, I would love to see this as a 4-way match type of thing. That's not the match they set up. They set up Chris Statlander defending the belt against just Mercedes Martinez. So, yeah, talk about false advertising. Huh?
Wait, did he say a 4-way?
Yeah, he wanted to see a 4-way between all these women.
Are we watching the same show, bro? There's only been 3 people.
Yeah, like, this wasn't. Yeah, this was terrible. This wasn't good. I didn't care about this at all. This is one of those segments sometimes where AEW tried to include all the storytelling, and they usually do it well. They didn't do it very well this time. This was a clusterfuck. Like, how did you feel how this went down? And do you think AEW tried to do too much here, or do you think they did enough?
Bring back AEW Dark. That's all I gotta say. Cause I'm at the point where, what are you doing, bro?
Turner. And I was just blame Turner for that one because that's not on AEW. That's straight up on the network.
And that's but I think let's be real. This match didn't matter because we were just waiting for a main event, baby. It's better than you, baby. Challenging FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, and this match was awesome. This was awesome stuff right here. Adam Cole and MJF dominate early. FTR take control. They beat up MJF. And during the picture-in-picture break, they throw MJF into the guardrail. Well, they throw Adam Cole into the guardrail, and then they throw MJF into the guardrail while Adam Cole's there. So Adam Cole kind of took the brunt of the punishment there. At one point, MJF tried to do something to Dax Howard's knee across the post, but it doesn't work. Dax Howard uses his legs and pulls MJF into the steel post. And the heel, I don't want to say the heel, it's technically FTR, the baby faces, but FTR beat up MJF for a while. They get the heat on him. Eventually, Adam Cole gets the hot tag. He goes off on FTR. They try to set up the double clothesline a ton of times. It never gets hit. FTR continuously fight out of it. And MJF hits a couple of thumbs of the eyes, a suplex, and behind the ref's back, MJF hits the Shattered Dreams in the corner onto Dax Howard and nearly gets the win, but it's not to be. Adam Cole hits the Panama Sunrise, and the finish comes. Let's just talk about this because this is why we're here. Adam Cole is about to get hit with the Shattered Machine, and MJF pushes him out of the way, and he is about to take it, but he's able to block it. And Dax Howard's able to reverse a roll-up by MJF into a roll-up of his own, and he loses the AEW World Tag Team title match. And he's just in disbelief. FTR celebrates, and MJF's upset with himself. He feels like he let the team down. Adam Cole says, "You didn't let me down. We both failed together. You're the AEW World Champion." And then there's all of a sudden this magical moment right here where Adam Cole has his back turned and MJF has the belt, and he's thinking about hitting Adam Cole with the belt. And Adam Cole realizes, like, the second I turn around, I'm going to get hit with the belt. So he's thinking, okay, Max, I understand you have to do what you have to do. Just do it. MJF can't bring himself to do it. And he puts the belt down and he embraces with a hug anyways. Adam Cole with a hug. And the show ends, but then I don't know if you watched the exclusives. There was more on the exclusive on YouTube. MJF was cutting this passionate promo on FTR, talking about how real talents they were, how they did everything together in the Pinnacle, and he says that the reason the Pinnacle failed was because of him. And he talked about, how they're all AEW, but MJF does mention until 2024, but we'll talk about that later. And He brings out pizza for FTR. FTR bring out tequila, and they toast together. And yeah, that was just awesome. How did you feel that this went down?
Huh. I might have something to say about this after you just broke that down. That's interesting. Continue though, Zero.
Yeah, how did you feel this went down? And then, do you like that? I like the fact there wasn't a turn here. You know, it was all natural. So how do you feel about this?
They did the right thing. They let it cook.
Yeah.
That like they let this play out. Because a smart money will be like, let's just pull the trigger right there. Like him turn on him, and then we go to all in, then all out, then there. But for good shit. I'm actually pretty happy that it ended like that because it's really like they actually letting this play out more because the chemistry is unreal with like with Adam Cole can MJF, their chemistry is unmatched. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they're gonna let this, keep playing, which I'm all in for because it's been really fun watching them skits. Real fun.
Yeah, and I think I like the fact the different storytelling element that they're doing here because MJF, the one time he was unselfish, it cost him a match, type of thing. Like he took a bullet for Adam Cole, and it cost him everything. So I actually think that I thought they were going to do the predictable thing where MJF was just going to turn on him, but I think he is going to turn on him, but he was going to have been genuine. He's going to say that I tried to be unselfish, and it cost me everything. I definitely think the turn's coming, and I think it's going to happen like maybe not the go home week of All In, but like the pre-ultimate week before All In type of thing.
Yeah.
So James, what do you want to say about this?
What if they're not going that direction? What if they're actually turning MJF babyface and they're going to turn Punk heel for what they're going to be building up towards?
Yeah, that could happen
Because
too.
let's be real, like MJF proved he can do it if you give him the fucking time to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's not impossible, and I'm not saying he will, but I'm not saying he won't either. I think we should. I don't think we should just be like, oh yeah, he's totally gonna fucking, turn on him. What if he doesn't? What if this is building into a new mega faction for MJF, but they're baby faces? What if they're the baby faces to whatever Punk tries to bring in, and what if he goes heel and makes his own faction? There's a bunch of different ways they can go with it. I'm just saying. Don't just... I wouldn't say it's safe to assume that, MJF is going to turn heel, Again. He might stay babyface. He might be a babyface after this.
Yeah, because they can't ignore CM Punk. I think Punk has to go heel because
they're gonna cheer. They're gonna cheer Max regardless because people are fucking stupid. It's the same thing with Punk. It's the same thing when Cody was there, and Cody instead of doing that, instead of dealing with it, he fucked off and went to the E. They don't have that luxury this time, and they can't really afford that luxury because if they lose Punk, they're fucked.
Yeah.
So they might as well just feed into it if that's what the people want. Go with Punk as heel and go with MJF as the babyface. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah,
you have to.
I know they have this year's storyline where MJF is mentioned and like I'm leaving, and they had this big storyline, but I think they have to say fuck it and just like go with the flow this time and just turn MJF face and Punk. Hey, if you actually do it too, we talk about this. Maybe MJF will resign if he's a babyface.
Honestly, yeah, that would be a hell of a way to do it, like a redemption story for Max. And we know he's an incredible heel.
Yeah.
But how do you prove that you're the greatest of all time? Right? Which is exactly what his goal has been. It's exactly what his goal has been. How do you prove it? You prove it by going the complete opposite and being the best babyface of all time.
I think too. We talk about this. I feel like if he doesn't go face now, if he actually want to turn him face eventually, no one will buy it. Like he has to. I feel like if he.
This is it.
Yeah.
You either do it now or you're never gonna do it, and you're gonna lose on the huge opportunity. And Lord knows, AEW's already fucked up enough of their opportunities that have been presented to them on a silver platter. They can't afford this one.
Yeah.
I say pull the trigger and turn him face.
Yeah, and Punk heel.
Honestly. I think it could work. I think it really could work. If anybody can make that shit work, it's Punk and Max. For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind that those two can make that shit work.
Yeah.
Because if you remember when there was a feuding, when Max cut this promo, like this really passionate promo, when Punk left,
right,
it crushed them. And it was at that moment you kind of felt bad for Max.
Yeah.
And all those other promos he also cut.
Yes.
Especially the one with William Regal, when he said that you were my only hope for getting into the WWE.
Yeah.
You cut me off.
His villain story, the reason he was a villain, is you feel bad for him, because everything he said there was truthful. When he was feuding with Punk the first time, you can easily go back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I do ask the question though, because you say All Out's probably not the time to do it because no one's gonna boo Punk. No one's gonna boo Punk in All Out because it's in Chicago. So you have to do it. I think
you'd have to do it at All In. Yeah, you would have to absolutely do it at All In.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I wouldn't even do it. I would not even do it at All Out or All In. I'd have them have separate title defenses. I'd have Punk. First off, I'd have Punk fight Omega.
Yeah, if you can't make that happen,
I would have Punk fight Omega. I'd have MJF fight Hangman at All In, because that makes the most sense to me. The two that started it all, the first feud in AEW history is MJF and Hangman, if you really break it down.
Yeah.
Go with it. Go with that. Go with the heat between Punk and Omega. Then build to a 4-way at Full Gear. And then at Winter is Coming, MJF versus Punk to unify the titles. Let this shit cook. Don't fucking rush through it. Seriously, you got a really golden opportunity right now. You got two legit world champions right now. You got two of the best, right? You get through that. You do the 4-way. You have a great fucking... You're going to have a classic 4 with the 4 men involved.
Yeah.
Then you put it in... Then you put the one-on-one at Winter is Coming for everyone to see.
Yeah.
I don't care if they do Winter is Coming on Rampage or I'm sorry, Rampage. Listen to me. Dynamite or Collision. Hell, if it's me, I'm working out a deal with Discovery and I'm putting the first ever AEW special on Discovery.
Yeah.
That's what I'd fucking do.
Because it'll be a discovery.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, no, like if we're gonna fantasy book it, I would just do it. I would pull the trigger, turn him face, and run with this 2 world title all the way to the end of the year. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Seriously, like that's probably the best option you have, because then you have enough space and time to kind of tie up loose ends when it comes to the Elite and Punk and Max and Hangman and everybody else involved in that area. You know, now you got this thing between Adam Cole and MJF.
I think though.
Go ahead, Owen, and then Zero.
Yeah.
I think though they aren't gonna. I think they're gonna do MGF and Cole at All In just because that match is kind of. It's not confirmed to happen at All In, but that's already confirmed to having a title match at some point. But so it's probably gonna be All In. So.
Yeah, but who's to say that MJF is gonna cheat to win? Who's to say that MJF's gonna stab him in the back? He may just give him the title shot.
I'm saying you
could do that.
He's already agreed to give him the title shot. Is what I'm saying. Like.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my point. So
yeah.
There you go.
I'm just saying they can't do Adam Page because at All In because I think Cole's All In. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that is a possibility they can go with.
But yeah, Zero,
Um,
what were you gonna say?
yeah,
What I would do, right? Because I remember during the pitting wars of 2024. You know what I would do though? How, how would have that? I would have that match next year. So basically,
yeah,
it's more pressure. So like if MJF loses, then he's gone from A from AEW. But if he wins, most likely he's gonna sign another deal.
Yeah,
So look, I'll do over there, and that's probably gonna be during January. So Revolution, maybe because didn't Punk and them didn't Punk and MJF had a match at
yeah.
Revolution?
Dog collar match.
You, you can run that back at the same event,
yeah,
You could.
the second. The
Realistically, you could, yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
there's a lot they can do. Like, all they have to do is make everybody play ball.
Mhm.
They have to, including the elite, by the way. Just saying.
Maybe.
yeah. So
If they do
yeah,
that, then they're golden, and they're probably going to get a lot of viewership back because that it is interesting that they have two world champions.
yeah,
That's and the way they went about it wasn't that he was the interim. Like they didn't outright say that MJF was the interim. He is the world champion, but Punk has a claim to also be the world champion. So we have a disputed championship deal here.
yeah. I
That's
kind of hope that
awesome the way they did
I hope
this.
yeah, I hope this means that interim titles reigns now is like over now at this point. I hope they never doing that again. Just I didn't
Never.
mind it too much, but I feel like they overdid it and they just overcomplicated it.
Well, Tony overcomplicates anything. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
For real, dude's on more Ritalin than fucking a kid in a goddamn school bus. But
Look, it's time
And
to take
anyhow,
a hit,
Zero,
man.
any final thoughts on Collision and rankings and all that type of stuff?
Collision. It's a what would I rate Collision? I'll give it a Juice Robinson out of 10.
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know how you feel about Juice
My
Robinson.
ratings is fucking stupid. So basically, I just give it a rating of whatever I find interesting out of
Okay.
10. So yeah. So
Um, I'm gonna give Collision. I want to say, look at me. I'm calling it Rampage now. I'm gonna give Collision.
Page, baby.
I'm gonna give Collision, baby. Um, A minus. The only thing that really sucked on this show was that woman's match. You notice
Yeah.
it's always the woman's thing that's the worst thing in every show. Like that just proves there's a reason I'm having put in the thumbnail hashtag book the woman better because the women's division in AEW is just a fucking atrocious. Like just
I think whoever was the cameraman that day, he felt the same way. So he
yeah,
specifically pointed at that guy. I don't
yeah,
blame him. But I want to talk about All In and All Out because this
yeah,
is fucking ridiculous. So, as y'all know, we're going to cover them, unfortunately, because they are in 1 weeks afterwards. So I want to talk about it because this blew my fucking mind. So when I was watching Wrestle Talk, yes, I watched Wrestle Talk. I love them.
the
There
great.
was the great. I love them British motherfuckers. But but they was talking. I think it was Wrestle Talk. I don't fucking remember. I was watching a lot of shit on YouTube, but they were saying that the pay per view for like All In is gonna be $50, which is it's a pay per view, of course. But All Out is also gonna be $50, most likely. So you're spending $100 on pay per views for both.
Yeah,
Now here's where things get. Now here's when I'm be like, this is some old bullshit. All right. So the fact that the fact that the pay-per-views are 1 week afterwards is not a good idea because it's like how you gonna build up All Out? Arab like most of the building is for All In because it's in the UK and they in Wembley Stadium. Cool. But did you not realize that All Out is right there?
Yeah.
Like literally, like I run an EFET and I don't do that shit. Like it's stupid because it's like yes, the WWE what they usually do is that one pay-per-view every fucking month, but they have a break. They have like 4 weeks to build it up. But for this specific reason, it's like just fucking two pay-per-views back to back. My opinion, so fucking stupid. Cause not only you're gonna burn out because everyone knows All In is gonna be a crazy ass show. We know that. But what you gonna do for the Chicago show? How you gonna do that? How you gonna build a fucking card in a week for one of your biggest events next to Double or Nothing? Because I think All Out is supposed to be the WrestleMania, but Double or Nothing kind of took the cake in a way because of
Yeah.
how big they've been doing. But yeah, so it's like this is getting a bit rough. And this is going to make things a bit complicated. I fear that week. So they need to do something about All Out. One of the suggestions I kind of thought about is making All Out free. Like just free. Maybe like this, right? If you buy All In, you get All Out for free. Or if you want to treat us to make my life more fucking easier so I don't have to go on the website, make it for free either on Fight TV or I don't know, just something. Because if people is really going to pay $100 for two shows, I won't even spend $100 just to buy a show. I'll probably spend like 80 something for tickets because I'm actually there. But just to buy the fucking show, I'm not doing that. Like this makes me feel like they was doing the WrestleMania. Night one, night two, nah, week one, week two.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking my mind hurts just thinking about this, how Tony's gonna book this, how whoever's in charge, how they're gonna do one show, then the next show later. What the first like how you gonna do this, bro? It
Yeah, this is
just
gonna be tough because AEW has never even done like a pay-per-view like monthly, like month to month before. It's usually been
right.
every 3 months or every like 4 months. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really don't know how they're gonna do this. I wonder if they'll be. I feel like they should do like a bundle, maybe, where like if you get one, you get the other type of thing, like you were suggesting. Because it's gonna be tough. Because you got to remember too, that's also around the time people have to start doing like back to school shopping for like college
Yeah.
students and stuff. Like, there's a lot of things at that time that happens school wise for college kids and for like parents and stuff because they do their back to school shopping and stuff at
Yeah.
that time. Um, Going to be really difficult. Um, I feel like too, we still don't even have a match announced for All In either. We
We
have more.
don't.
We have one more match announced for All Out than All In, which is just crazy to
Do we
think
got a
about
match
too.
for
Yeah, it's gonna be the TNT title match, Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin as of right now. So, um,
what?
yeah,
Okay.
That's at All Out. Yeah. Um, that's it. There's gonna be a lot of programming between that time too, because you're gonna have that week's episode of the Go Home episode of All In content. You're gonna have All In itself. Then you're gonna have the Go Home episode of All Out. Then All Out itself, and then you have the weeks after that. You have Ring of Honor at the same time too. That'll be on. Like, I really don't know how they're gonna pull this off. I kind of hope they can pull this off. But please don't ever do this again. I think the reason this is happening this
Yes.
way is because the All Out venue was already booked a year in advance, type of thing, and All In they needed a booking, they needed the lockdown a venue for it, and maybe the August 27th was like the best they could do. It's not even August 27th. Yeah, it is August 27th, but yeah, that's gonna be really tough. And then for the people, then Payback is September, because I think Payback is like the day before All Out, I believe. So like it's
Well,
just a crazy wrestling week that week. So
the fact that they brought back Payback, I thought, man, I thought it was done with these shitty ass fucking pay per view names, bro.
yeah, but yeah, it's tough to say what's gonna happen with AEW. Maybe this is them trying to something out, saying like, if they're gonna get a subscription service, maybe we can do monthly pay per views. I really hope AEW doesn't do monthly pay per views. If they have the subscription
Please
service,
don't.
maybe I'll be okay with it. But I feel like AEW, that's the biggest strength that they have over the WWE, is that they don't do pay per views every month. I like the stuff to breathe and all that type of stuff. I think it's gonna ruin the TV shows a little bit if they do pay per views every month, because yeah, it's just gonna be tough. That's it. And think about the wrestlers are gonna be burnt out the next couple of
They're
weeks too,
gonna
because they
get
have
jet lagged.
not just jet lag. They have to do they have to do media appearances too before both pay per views, like Fan Fest. Like it's gonna be a lot that week. The countdown shows, there's gonna be 2 countdown shows, one for All In and then one for All Out.
Tony
Like,
Schiavone is gonna be like, you better
yeah, he's gonna
pay.
have to do several control centers and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah, Shivani's gonna be burnt out. Um, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but
I'm like,
yeah,
Tony, Tony, you know what you should have done? All out in London. You don't have to do all in, then all out. Because
yeah.
when they first announced all in, I'm like, is this gonna be another joint show? But no, it's just for AEW.
Maybe
Then,
like
then I learned about what they're doing for All Out the week after. I'm like, I'm about to get this motherfucker. I'm about to beat.
maybe they should have done a 2-day event. Like one night's All In and then the next day is All Out, type of thing. But if you buy one, you get the other, type of thing. So,
They should do that just
you
to
know.
save money. But
Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be tough, but we'll figure out how they do it. The thing that sucks, I'm gonna miss All In because I'll be going to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I might watch it in the car while we travel.
yeah,
Because I'll be in the afternoon. But um, yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. But let's talk about another bit of news that looks like it's positive for AEW. The Elite might be re-signing. This is a good thing.
that is.
Uh, I've been talking about a WWE Aftershock, how much I would love to see them in WWE, mainly because there's a lot of stuff they can do in WWE, but but for the industry's purposes, they need to re-sign with AEW, just because if they don't re-sign with AEW, that's gonna be a big loss for AEW.
The
Uh,
company is named All Elite
yeah, I don't know how they
Wrestling,
would.
and the Elite's gonna that okay.
Yeah, I think that them re-signing, I think, needs to happen. Um, they would have, you know, it's just a good thing for the company, because a lot of contracts are up for AEW next year. MGF's is up, Scorpio Skies is up, Andrade Alidolo is up, and the Elites are up. Is everyone going to be sticking around?
Yeah,
Probably not. I'd like that, but you have to be a little bit realistic, and you have to question like what's the ones that are going to hurt AEW the most. They all will hurt AEW, but if they're all gone, that's going to hurt AEW massively. They might not even be around much longer. But I think if like the Elite stay and they lost MJF, Scorpio Sky, and Andrade Alidolo, they'd be able to recover from that. If the
yeah,
Elite if the Elite are gone and they kept MJF, Scorpio Sky, and Andrade Alidolo, it would be a bit of a struggle for them to recover, but I think they could get themselves out of this situation. Um, But if they all stayed, that'd be even better. AEW would be around for a while, type of thing. This is going to be a crucial time for AEW, I think. One, I think selfishly, we kind of want, AEW to stick around because then this show's not really a thing anymore. I don't know what would we do with the show if AEW didn't stick around. But I'm kind of hoping the Elite do end up resigning just because we need another option out there anyways for wrestling type of thing. Like we can't
on TV.
Yeah, we can't just have WWE. It's a good environment for the wrestlers to work.
More jobs.
Yeah, more jobs, more exposure for these companies because that's what AEW is giving them for the companies like New Japan, AAA, Impact's getting got that exposure again. So yeah. How do you feel like hearing this news that the Elite may potentially actually be reset? Because it was looking like there was reports that they were going to possibly be leaving, especially when now that CM Punk's back in the fold and all that type of stuff. But how do you feel that the Elite?
So if the Elite would have left, there is one match I want to have. Well, two matches that I really want to happen. Kenny versus AJ Styles, because I know there's still some bad blood after
Yep.
Kenny, kick him out and shit. And the other match is the Usos versus the Young Bucks.
Yep.
And that match is going to be called Counting with Zero. We want to count how many super kicks going to happen in that match, just for the shits and giggles. But it's good that they staying.
Well, if it's looking that way, it's not confirmed yet.
But if it's actually like confirmed, it's good because they're the ones that created this mess. Why would they leave it?
Yeah.
Well, then again, Cody Rhodes left because he's a bitch. But it's like I'm happy, but if they did left, new opportunities.
Yeah.
Plus, it'll be one of the biggest. Let's see how well they can recover from this, because like that's the biggest test. Cody's gone, they're doing well, but what if the Elite's gone? How would that play in the role? Are they gonna survive, or are they gonna just be fucking shit? And I'm gonna say this: they got the talent to have a backbone. So like,
yeah,
if they left, they got this talent they could mold into bigger stars. They did it with MJF. They did it with a Darby Allin. They did it with the other two. I don't really give a fuck about, but they got the talent to do that. They could mold some of the newer talent to make them top stars. They probably won't be on the same level as the Elite, but for what they got, like Adam Cole, Roosh,
because you just resigned. Yeah,
that Brian Danielson to help, create them. They got Eddie Kingston. They got fucking Jay White. They could build off of him. They could build off of Keith Lee. They could build off of the guys they got to have a not a replacement, but have, just the other side of the fucking thing. Because the fact that they got all this talent, they could use that. They could mold them now. So when that day comes, they got them.
yeah. I mean, you're seeing with kind of Collision, anyways. I mean, I know the ratings aren't the strongest, but that's also because it's on Saturday nights and stuff. Collision's kind of showing the fact because I don't think the Elite are ever going to show up on Collision. I don't think that's ever going to happen. So Collision's kind of the testing ground to see how AEW would do without the Elite. And half the time, the Collision. Not saying the Elite I just want to point this out. Collision ends up being the best show of the week, and the Elite are nowhere near that sometimes. So,
Yeah.
so, um, I feel like too we would just have to see because how would the wrestlers also react to it too. A lot of the wrestlers people that the Elite sign and all that type of stuff because you're kind of seeing, you know, when Cody left, a lot of the wrestlers he was pushing for didn't do as well. Like Fuego del Sol recently just said like Tony Khan didn't believe in him like Cody did.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah, he was
I'm still mad about that. He left.
Yeah. Brock Anderson hasn't been pushed as heavily ever since Cody's
He's
been
not even
gone.
on TV.
Yeah, Lee Johnson hasn't been on TV. The Factory has been MIA.
I like Brock Anderson. Come on.
Yeah, so that would be kind of a question to ask too. Like, how would the talent react to the Elite leaving if they did leave? Like Kota Ibushi, maybe that's why he's so hesitant on signing with AEW because then if he signs,
And then Reeves.
Yeah, that's like what the hell did I sign for? Adam Cole, how is he going to react to it? Because he jumped. I know he jumped ship to be with his girlfriend, but he mainly jumped ship too to be with his friends, like the Elite and all that type of stuff, and then they'd be gone. So, and he was in the other company. It's like he could have just waited. So, but yeah, I'm hoping the Elite stay. But we'll have to wait and see. Before we end the show, we're gonna do another Noah special where we break down the codes coming up for Collision and Dynamite. I don't have them in front of me, so I'm just gonna try to remember them off the top of my head. Loaded shows. We have an ROH World Tag Team Title match. It's gonna be Aussie Open defended against Commando and now Hio Delphin Kingo. This is interesting, by the way, because I think I saw someone post this recently. I heard they lost the titles on an OH taping or something, or they didn't come out with them on an OH tapings, but you have to defend the titles on live TV, because obviously Canon, they're still the champions. So this is really strange. This is
Did they lose an eye?
Huh?
Did they lose an eye?
I don't know. I'm just seeing like they didn't come out with the belts, so I don't know if they lost the titles or on an episode of ROH. But as of right now, this is for the ROH tag team titles. They're gonna be that's what it's advertised as. So it's really odd. But other stuff that's announced for episode 200 obviously is the Anything Goes match between John Moxley, Trent Beretta, and one of the Lucha Bros. I think it's Penta. That would make sense. I think it's Penta Zero Miedo. So that'll be awesome. We are, we have the women's title match. It's going to be Toni Storm defending against Hikaru Shida, and we're gonna have that tag match with Jericho and Konosuke Takeshita versus Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff announced for the show, but I'm just blanking on what it is. But those are like the main things that are announced. For Collision, we got some things announced. We have the tag title match. It's going to be FTR defending the titles against Big Bill and Brian Cage. I think that match would be good.
Oh shit, it's name. Big Bill.
Yeah, it's terrible. And I have to call him that forever now because they've already said it on the show. I can't just go back to the other names, so it's unfortunate. And then we have the TBS Women's Title match. It's going to be Chris Statlander defending against Mercedes Martinez. That match would be good, I think. I feel like they need to stop having the TBS Women's Title match be defended on TNT shows. It should just stay exclusive to Dynamite. And the women's title can probably be the title that bounces around. Obviously, it can't stay on one place, but I think the reason they're doing that, I don't know the reason they're doing that. I don't know why Thunder Rose is not back either. That's kind of pissing me off. But then we have the main event of Collision. It's going to be CM Punk defending his Real World Championship against Ricky Starks with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as a referee. So we got some exciting stuff announced for AEW. They're going to have the 200th episode. We have Collision. Rampage, I don't know what that's going to be like. We'll have to wait and see what Rampage is like. But it'll be interesting. But
it's gonna be shit.
Well, if Marina Shafir has been in the past 2 main events, so that's not a good sign.
Rampage, baby.
They still have Cody's vocals, by the way, in the Rampage intro, which is hilarious.
I thought that was Sting's.
No, it's Cody's at the very end where he goes, This is Rampage. So,
Fucking low.
yeah. But yeah, we have some excited stuff. I don't think there's anything news related to talk about when it comes to AEW. I think we kind of touched on everything. So Zero,
Uh,
anything you want to plug? Where can people find you? What projects do you have coming up?
all right. All right, where do I begin? So you can find me at zero channel dash zero, and then go to my channel and go to my uh channels section. You can find my other shit there. So yeah, upcoming projects. We got well, I said it for this Saturday. Um, we are going to have Zero event number 2. Well, for this year. Um, and the event is called Try Hard. Yes, the show is literally called Try Hard because reasons. And it's going to be the first show to like kick off the DMV Kings Road brand of my shit, which is basically just Zero Armory, but now it's gonna be more I don't know. I just like the name too. So so there's 5 matches on the card. You got Hora Minar, the Romanian prospect, taking against uh uh Raymond Kingsley, Ring C versus Angie and women's action, a triple threat match. Dante Brooks, also known as King of the Sweatpants, versus Keandre Shabazz versus Elijah Sabin. Then we got tag team match with the Watts brothers, the Hawaiian brothers, taking on against the Workers in Billy Man and Tim Ben Worker. And then the main event, the Metropolitan Championship, Chris Danielson versus Fletcher Pandon 2. And so the history behind that match is Fletcher beat Chris Danielson to become the new reigning defending Metropolitan champion. So this is their second encounter. Uh, Pre-game his belt. How will Fletcher continue his run as the Urban Grim Reaper? We'll find out. And for upcoming projects this month, if I get my shit together, we're going to have the Grizzly tournament, and it's going to be featuring stars from PW, stars from the Triple Threat promotions such as New Extremes Wrestling and Run Pro, and we got some stars Weymouth Youth from Weymouth Youth Wrestling, and the names are going to be announced soon, the full list, but I will give you a little teaser on how this term is going to work. This is this is a This is a 24-man tournament. If you do the math, not all the matches might be singles matches. It's going to be some buys. But for this tournament, that's not how it works, brother. The 21 for the 24-man bracket for the first round is singles. The second round triple threat, and then the rest is going to be single. So basically, two, 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 down to one, 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 triple threat. Then the rest is going to be a singles. It's going to be a bit, and then after that we have the zero, which is basically our juniors or cruiserweights, and gonna happen. It's gonna happen after the Christie tournament, but there's a history for the zero weights. I remember this ain't the first time I had the zero weight, but this is the return of them because one, it was fucking fun to just watch these little bastards just act like a fucking Mexican jumping bean and shit, being fucking junior heavyweights. That shit was cute. But but one thing
Nice.
yes, these fucking Mexican jumping beans, bro. That shit was this is gonna be of it, and they will be a part.
By the way, you're cutting out like wicked bad every time you speak, somewhat.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
A little bit.
Okay, so
You're good now.
Oh, now I can't hear him at all.
Now I can't hear you at all.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So how about now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, very good now. Yeah.
Okay. So the zero weights is going to come back, and can our to the tournament. It's going to happen right after the Christie right after the Christie
Grizzly tournament, yeah.
And we have a few entries. Some of them are former zero weight champions, which is fucking fun. They are going to come back and see if they can regain the belt. But there's two others who is not from around here. One of them is Owen the Birdman Finch is going to the zero weights tournament, and the other one from the same promotion.
Well, it's not. Well, depending on who it is. Yes, it's Ramel Tsunami is also in.
I was gonna say the fucking Ricochet Riley.
Yeah, no. Ricochet Riley isn't signed with us yet. Yeah, we're looking into him.
Yeah, but yeah, that freaking young fucking bandana prospect looking like
Nightwing.
Nigga over here looking like fucking weirdo.
Hey, listen, man. We're looking into him. We're looking into him, and we're looking into Santiago Rafael, who I understand you have in the tournament as well. So there you go.
Yeah. What a fucking weirdo that man looked. What the fuck was his goddamn glasses? Well, shades indoors. What's wrong with you?
Hey, I do sometimes.
Because you're a weirdo.
Yeah, I know I am. It's okay.
The fuck? They got a whole jumpsuit. What the fuck you about to do? Scuba dive? Some shit? But yeah. So yeah. That's what's coming on next. And I'm also writing the script for so right after Pride 5, there's this thing that's gonna happen called the aftermath, because there's gonna be some story right after Pride 5, and one of them, well, not one of them, because from all the stories from PW, they're going to intertwine what's going on. So coming soon.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of CIW League action, everyone. Go subscribe.
Yeah, that's one CAW League. James, you want to plug your CAW League since we're on the CAW League?
I'll be quick because I don't want to be too loud right now. But yeah, there was an announcement for Weymouth Youth Wrestling. It's on the WYW channel, this channel, my channel, and Casey's. we took a clip from the Indie Force because that's where it was originally announced. WIW has officially got 52 weeks in the can and ready to go. Now we are voice acting our characters and getting that dialogue done. We are currently waiting on some dialogue for episodes 1 through 10, I believe we're at right now. And otherwise, we're slowly cooking with that, and then it's just a matter of editing it all together. But yeah, that's kind of the big news. If you missed the update, you can check it out on this channel or the WYW channel or KCNI's channel. Go check it out. So there you go.
There you go. As for my stuff, so James, because I haven't advertised it yet, are you cool with making a change and making the WWE Aftershock episode? Because I didn't when I announced it, I didn't realize I was gonna have to do Spoke, and it's late as hell. Are you cool with making a change and having the WWE Aftershock episode where we review the Cody, Doc, NXT, the Great American Bash, and NXT? Can we make that Thursday instead? If I can get Chris to agree to it.
Yeah, sure. No matter to me.
Yeah, so that will be Thursday. It will probably be uploaded Friday. SummerSlam 2017 Retro will be done at some point this week. And SummerSlam 2005 Retro, it's probably going to have to be post SummerSlam, or maybe we can squeeze it in pre SummerSlam, but we'll see. And then obviously Owen and AJ Talks, that's going to be recorded tomorrow. There'll be an episode out this week. It's going to be either the Ben 10 video or the Danny Phantom video, and then in a few weeks will be whatever one doesn't get released this week. It all depends. And I'm going to sit down tomorrow. There's going to be 2 weeks in New Hampshire all by myself, just all by my lonesome. So to break up the time so I don't go crazy, I'm going to try to just plan a ton of videos just so that way I have someone to talk to. So there you go. But yeah, that would be fun. Maybe we'll try to get maybe ECW Heatwave 1998, hopefully. The reason we've also been holding off is because I know Nikos wants to do that one, and Nikos is in Greece at the moment, so it doesn't help. He wouldn't be able to do it because I think he's on a different time zone than we are at the moment.
That Greek fucking motherfucker. He's back home.
For now. Yeah. I don't even know if it, but just be on the lookout on the channel for a few weeks. We're gonna try to squeeze in a wrestling rundown. I think we were gonna try to do it before All In, like the week before, but I think we're gonna wait until after this crazy time in wrestling is just over. AEW Spark will be out next week. I don't know who's doing it. If it'll be Noah and Zero, me and Noah, or Zero and Noah. It all depends on schedules. But I hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you guys for watching this. And since this is being recorded in the past, we will talk to you guys in the future.
Podcast.
Say that one more time for the people in the back, Zero.
Suck my dick, bruh. You fucking... Look at you freaking wrestling fans, bruh. I can't stand y'all.
Podcast has concluded. Be sure to check out more group discussion as far as AEW content is concerned, and check out more content from For the Win Productions.